know I need to size up with you, and when I defang the Viper, trust me, ain't gonna come from nowhere. Jeff, I already put you out. I don't even know why you're out here right now. Keep on talking. Hey, do me a favor. Why don't you act like this is an AA meeting and you shut your mouth while I'm sharing with the group? And Mustafa, you out here, a boy among men. And I'm gonna tell you what, you got lucky at the Rumble, so I know you're gonna come out here and run your mouth about how bad you are. But let me give you a little bit of a reality check. You see, Mustafa, you said that my eyes don't lie. Well, your eyes don't lie either, because last week, they were closed real tight when I put your simple ass to sleep. And AJ, hey man, be honest with me. How's our old girl Wendy doing?
It's live, baby. Welcome back to the Clark Street Wrestling Podcast. It's me, Hafeez, and with me, as always, is Devin. And yes, we are here. Is that a crowd in the background?
Yeah, we live.
No.
I'm gonna do a
live studio audience. Oh no. Okay. Yes. We are here to talk about everything in the world of wrestling. We got a couple topics here, just summarizing big things happening in both AEW and WWE. So definitely, excited to talk about that. What you saying over there?
It's a couple of topics.
Yeah, a couple. I mean, we got a handful. We got about 6 or so topics split up between the two brands. So, kind of like the hot topics right now going on, and I don't know, maybe we throw in some other things as we go along through all this. Like, you never know. I mean, our conversation sometimes we just kind of riff off of whatever's happening, so who knows what'll pop up. But we got a solid, say, handful of topics to talk about when it comes to both brands that I think kind of encompass a lot of the things going on right now. And before we start, I guess, just as far as overall landscape, AEW, WWE, are we having fun with wrestling? Is wrestling feeling fun? Okay.
Yes, come on, you know me. Yes.
Okay,
on the WWE side, hell yes. Tribal Chief all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? Making wrestling fun. Sami Zayn, Honorary Usos, just enjoying that story. The best story in professional wrestling today. And then AEW, my favorite heel. You got Maxwell, Jacob Freeman, MJF, who's making wrestling fun again in AEW, because it was a little shaky, all right, in AEW, but I made it through. I'm watching because of MJF alone. He keeps me interest because that's one of my favorite storytellers in AEW. But to answer your question, yes, I am definitely having fun with wrestling because it's wrestling.
Hey man, that's great to hear. That's great to hear because really, here on the show, this is why we're doing the show, is because we have fun with wrestling and we like to talk about it. So definitely good to hear that it's feeling fun overall. The rest. Hey, David Samuel Blaine, Thank you for chiming in. What's up?
Chat blowing up, the chat community. What up, chat community? Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe.
So definitely, that's why we're here and we're gonna talk about it. And we're gonna start with AEW and see. Is AEW, giving us the goodness, giving us the fun, right now, starting with the return of a certain wrestler, certain superstar. All right. We're talking about the return of WWE's Paige, now known as Saraya. And yes,
Saraya.
If you were wondering
Not
about
Saraya.
So this has been a topic of debate. This might have been the debate. How do you pronounce Paige's new name? So there actually is a video. All right.
Okay.
So I'll play this video real quick. Because people.
Hey guys, I figured I would help you out since
Now, real quick, before I play the video, this is from Conman167. This guy went through and said, "Hey, I want to help educate everybody, help everyone know how to properly pronounce her name, because I think Saraya has been kind of what a lot of people are saying, and it kind of rolls off the tongue to say Saraya, but it's actually not Saraya. And Paige actually said it herself. I couldn't find that video too, but this one he tries to help people out, and it's kind of fun. So I figured I'd play this from Conman167.
Is kind of struggling how to pronounce Paige's name. So without further ado, I give you the proper pronunciation for Paige in AEW. Saraya.
There we go.
Saraya. It's Saraya.
Hey.
Saraya! This will be weird for you because there's no auto-tune. Saraya! Wow. Let's go, Dante.
Get down.
So I think we get the gist of it. It's Saraya.
Yes.
So
It
if
is
I were
decided.
going to spell it phonetically, it's like you're saying Sir, and then Ray, like Rey Mysterio, and then Ya. So Saraya.
Yeah. get the fist up for our shield brother.
All
Dom.
right, Dom.
We got
What's
you,
up,
Dom.
What's going on? What's going on?
Got you.
So yes, the return to wrestling of Saraya. So yeah, Saraya, she has returned, aka Paige from WWE.
Yes.
You know, she made a great appearance on last week's show, and then again on this week's show, kind of, you know, basically letting people know, like, hey, this is her house. AEW is now her new house. And on this last episode, she did have kind of a confrontation with the doctor herself, Britt Baker, DMD. Which was kind of cool, kind of you know, maybe a teasing of a future. I don't even know if I can say feud because I'm still not sure if Saraya is going to be wrestling. It feels like she's going to be wrestling,
maybe,
but that's a serious injury that she's coming off of. So I don't know what. I'm still waiting to see exactly what this return actually looks like. She tried to hype up the women's division, you know, hyped up Toni Storm and some of the other competitors. She tried, you know, she attempted.
We're gonna have a lumberjack match.
How are you feeling about this return and about Saraya's attempts?
So the return, loved it. Caught me off guard. I marked out. I was like, hell yeah. But then real life, you know, logic took over. I'm like, it's AEW though. It's Tony though. Everybody's like, everybody else, you know, but us, the realists, you know. we followed the
I'm
the
trying
format.
to stay positive, man.
Yeah, but you know Tony though. You know what I'm saying, bro? Come on. Let's be real. Let's be real. I'm just saying. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get my hopes up for that. It's maybe
it's like watching the Bears win a game against the Texans. You kind of can't get your hopes up too much because sure it's a win, but the Bears are the Bears.
Yes. I love that analogy. But I love the debut. The follow up, it was a little shaky ground. The crowd was dead. I'm just gonna be real. They was dead. You know, she was just trying to get them involved. It's like, hey, we're gonna have a lumberjack match. It was like, yay, for the AEW interim championship.
Give me a hell yeah.
You voted for that.
Hey man, I want all the smoke.
Damn. Give me a hell yeah.
It was dead though.
Not even crickets. The crickets were like, the crickets were like,
yeah.
Damn.
Maybe though. We'll see. You know, build up that momentum for her. Maybe she get the crowd, you know, to get more energized the following week. We'll see though. But the follow up, I wasn't a fan.
It's definitely star power, you know, for AEW's women's division. This is probably the biggest name that they've had in the company. You know, so let's see over there, Ivan.
Debate.
You know, this is the biggest name that they have. And so, you know, if hopefully, and you said it, I mean, it's Tony Khan, and you know, it's we've seen this pattern before from Tony. You get a big, you know, a sort of big name. In the past, it's been, you know, Toni Storm, for instance. She is someone that on the indie scene was a big name. You know, she started to get her footing in NXT, never became NXT Women's Champion, got called up to the main roster, had the feud with Charlotte, and then kind of saw like, I don't think this is the place for me, and dipped. You know, and then went to AEW, and there wasn't even a lot of fanfare. I feel like when she came into AEW, it was more so like, oh, you know, people who know, if you know, you know. It was one of those things. So, you know, with that, you know, Ruby Soho, you know, she comes in and it's like, oh, okay, you know, again, biggest name that they had at the time. And then, you know, she's on Dark, you know, and it's like, okay, so that there's the pattern that you can see with you know, these debuts, these
Athena.
former WWE women, in the debuts, and I mean, Ember Moon, same thing. But this, of all of those names, I feel like is the biggest one. This is the one where, okay, if you don't utilize her, and show her on television week in and week out, and really use her to try to change the game, to revolutionize your women's division. If she can go, if she can't wrestle, it's kind of a different thing, which I still don't know, but if she can go and you're not utilizing her, then I think it's done. Like the jury is the case is closed on whether or not Tony Khan cares about the women's division if this flops, if she can wrestle.
Do you think she can bring change to the AEW women's division?
I think she can if her presence inspires Tony to see the money in showcasing the women more, then yes, because she is a well-known face. She is, and the fact that she's been away for so long, and there is this intrigue of, what is she gonna wrestle? Like, is she back? It's like, I mean, Edge and Bryan Danielson, we've seen them come back from these injuries too, and you see the fanfare that came from their returns. And so for Paige, when it comes to like the women in WWE and wrestling right now, Paige is one of those big names. I mean, she was there like right before that big women's revolution. Paige was there. She was one of the first to really kind of say, hey, I want to do this and I want to be different. So she stands out. So I think, yes, that if she can go, I'm going to keep prefacing with that. If she can go, if she can wrestle, then I think she can, because the crowd, knowing her and a global audience knowing her, that's money. And I feel like that would speak to Tony. With Tony, I think he's one of those guys that kind of looks at it and says like, all right, what is going to put butts in seats? What is going to bring ratings, right? And his excuse, I think, is that the women's division does not bring as many eyeballs as all of the men do, which my argument would be, well, if you look at WWE, if you look at Impact and you see the way that they're building their stars and they're building their women's divisions, that's a part of it. If you're not showcasing them and you just have one match a night, there's not going to be intrigue, because it feels like a throwaway, because you just throw it in there, you sprinkle it in every once in a while, and it feels like you don't care. So why should we care?
So just all of them in one segment or one match, fatal four ways. It's
you make it feel like it's not important. So of course your fan base isn't going to care because you don't care. But I think here, if there is effort put into this, then yes, I do think that it can change things.
Somebody's reading my emotions on my face.
I'm gonna hold out
hope,
because I want women's wrestling and AEW to be great, and I feel like they have the talent. And so yes, if it takes Paige, aka Saraya, to come in and be that revolution for them, then I'm all for it. So I'm gonna give it a chance.
We got some comments about this. Let's check them out real quick. Hold on, I'm trying to see if I can find Dom's. If I can. It's this right here. Yeah. So what do you think? He was suggesting maybe she'll be like a Dustin player coach type. If she can go, possibly.
I mean, that's cool. Yeah. If she's like, she's wrestling, but then also she's, mentoring the women, in the back, absolutely. I mean, that's just, it's so invaluable for that division, especially for some of the more green wrestlers that they have back there. So yeah, I mean, if she can go and do that, oh my God, that's great.
WWE built the women's evolution on Paige back. How do you think her neck got fucked up in the first place? LOL. So of course she can bring change. By
carrying the division, by carrying the
bus stops with the bus stops with Tony though. That's she can do all.
He has to care.
Yes, exactly. He hasn't shown me he cares about.
Right. It felt like when Ruby Soho was signed, and I saw him in that media scrum with her. It felt like he was really excited, and then something happened, and it's just like, she's just forgotten. So it's really weird, and since then it's like we've been really skeptical around all of the new talent that they brought into the women's division from WWE. And this, I just feel like it feels different because she's the biggest name and she's coming off of a career-ending injury that I think a lot of people, they want to see her back. So you got WWE
included
fans who will be curious about, oh shoot, I can see Paige wrestle again, and I'll tune in on Wednesday night to check that out to see if she's actually going to go. Like there's lightning in a bottle that AEW could catch right now, that they have right now, and so it's just a matter of will they take advantage of it. So, and the jury's still out, but I'm gonna hope they do. I'm gonna be real upset if they don't. If she can go. I mean, that's
future therapy session.
Yes, there will be. If this fails,
you can hope. I don't have, because I don't want to be pissed off and like, see, I put my energy into.
No, you're right. You're right. Hey, I was here saying, Sasha Banks going to AEW would be a joke because she's gonna be the champion of Dark. Like, what are we doing? Because we know what they do to the women in AEW. You know what I'm saying? But I just, with this actually happening, like if Sasha were to show up right now today, I would be conflicted. I really would be. But I would hope that her being an international star would speak to Tony and say, hey, this is money. This is dumb if we don't put her on television and really highlight her. So, but of course the fear is this fades away in like a month or so. And then, like Paige is on Dark, and whatever the other one is. Yeah. Just on YouTube. Yeah.
It's sort of a Rampage, and then slowly you'll see her on Dark. Tag team. Maybe with Tony.
Rampage. That's a whole nother topic, man. That show, I don't know. That show is a whole nother topic. But keep it with AEW. Let's switch gears over here to the new champ. Moxley. Since the last time we were on, we didn't really get to react to Jon Moxley being the new champion. Him and Bryan Danielson, they got into it in the finals of the Champions Tournament, the Tournament of Champions, whatever they called it, to crown a new AEW champion, and it is Mox.
The rankings matter.
Rankings matter. My question is Mox being champion the right choice? Is it the right choice? What do you say?
It is, because I can see this. What is this, third title reign?
Third title reign.
This feels like a transitional reign right here. That he's
so you're saying, but I want you to answer the question. It sounds like you're saying no by saying that because that's part of my issue.
Well, you made
like a transitional championship for him, and that just seems disrespectful to Mox. If the whole thing is about MJF, let's be real. This right now, it's a countdown for when MJF is going to be champion. Jon Moxley, you're right. He's a transitional champion right now, is what it feels like. And he was a transitional champion for his second reign with CM Punk because he was he beat him in like 30 seconds, a minute, whatever the hell it was.
Yeah, whatever it was.
And then lost to him immediately. So that was a short reign. And now this one feels like it doesn't really is this real? Man. It almost feels like he's interim champion again. It's weird.
Oh man.
It does because MJF to me is the uncrowned champ. The way I'm looking at it.
I'm just waiting. Like let's get to full gear and let's get this over with, man. And let him be champ. Let him use his bargaining chip. Let him see him WWE in 2024. Let him step up to the forever champ head of the table. Tribal chief. We the ones. All right. Hashtag forever champ.
It is a foregone conclusion that MJF is going to be champion. It is book it. It is a foregone conclusion. So yeah, I just feel like I'm not sure. I feel like, okay, when you look at Jon Moxley's promo that he cut after all the, BS that had happened, with the scrum and all that, it seemed like, wow, he really stepped up to the plate, and he's trying to really galvanize the locker room and their fans to just be happy and have fun with wrestling and just to forget about all that and let's get back to having fun. And I appreciate that. Yep. I think that was awesome. But I feel like it's almost like a disservice to him to put him in this situation where his third title reign, 2 of his 3 reigns feel like they're throwaway. Like it just kind of, the second one was not even really a reign. Like it was awesome the way he beat CM Punk, but then you lose to him right away. Like I felt like he should have won. I felt like he should have retained against CM Punk when they fought.
If it was gonna go down like that, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like just have him beat him again. Like you couldn't beat him before, and now 2 weeks later you're gonna beat him. Your foot is healed up now. It just doesn't make sense. But
I'm healed.
Right.
Thank
it
you.
was what it was. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that happens. And then, okay, you stripped him of the title, and now you're doing this tournament. And then it was kind of predictable. I mean, if you had to poll everybody to say who's the favorite to win, it would have been Moxley. And surprise, surprise, that's what happens. But it's like, couldn't you have used this for, I don't know, somebody like, well, Bryan Danielson would have been a nice choice with the way they did the finals. Just flip it and have it be Bryan Danielson. That's his first title reign. Cool. And so now it's more of a question. Like, will they do that to Bryan Danielson on his first title reign? Like, I feel like that would have been a little bit more intriguing if he would have won versus Moxley. Or even, what if they would have had it be, a Sammy Guevara or a Darby Allin or someone else like that who was like, holy shit. And then you have two pillars going against each other for this title. It could have been a Darby versus, MJF.
But would it still feel like transitional though? Because the end map is MJF. So
I think the difference in that for me is that when you look at Jon Moxley, because this is his third reign, and because of what happened on the last one, it just seems like a pattern that for me, I just feel like, yeah, he can lose it and it won't matter. Like it just feels like it won't hurt him at all if he loses. I'm not gonna care, and it's just such an easy booking decision to make to have it be MJF beats Jon Moxley. On the other side, if you have it be Bryan Danielson's first title reign, or Sammy Guevara's first title reign, or Darby Allin's first title reign, it's like, oh shit, now MJF is gonna end that. Like that would have more at stake, that the stakes
weight
would be higher. Yeah, more weight to it. So I don't feel like it would be as much of a transitional championship, feel to it. Like right now, it just feels like it's predictable. I know what's gonna happen, and okay, well, let's just get on with it. At this point, I just feel like I just kind of want to get to the point. Like, don't give me matches with Juice Robinson, and all these other people from New Japan. No. Let's just get to the MJF match.
Dude,
stop playing with us. We know what's coming.
I'm tired of these championship contender matches. I thought you guys
Eliminator match.
You beat the champion to be able to beat the champion. That doesn't make any sense.
Yes.
Come on, bro. Yes. Becky called it out.
She said it, and she's right. She's right. So yeah, man. I mean, it just feels like they're not this title reign. It feels like it's just empty. It just feels empty to me. So that's where I'm at with it. That's where I say no, that I don't think he's the right choice, because I think for John, he deserves better than that. He deserves to be treated like, it's not a foregone conclusion. This person, the next guy hasn't already been chosen for me. Like, for instance, let's take the tribal chief. Let's take Roman Reigns. There is not one person you can say for sure, oh, clearly it's going to be this dude. And at this point now, even a guy like Cody Rhodes,
it's going to be Drew. It's going to be Drew.
Even Cody Rhodes right now, Cody Rhodes feels like if he can come back by Royal Rumble, he's going to win it. And he and Roman Reigns are on a collision course. And there are other people like Devin who have that face, that the nose up, like, nope, like it ain't going to happen. And that's good. That's what we want. We want it to be that, oh, it's going to be, it's tough to, well, it's not tough for you, but for many of us, it'll be tough to be like, oh man, is Cody Rhodes going to be the guy to do this?
If you could take
okay.
6
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, it seems like everything is written for Cody. He had the promo talking about his father and how he never won the championship, and now he wants to do it. He wants to bring it to the Rhodes family, bring that prestige to the family, but it's like, but it's Roman Reigns. At the same time, he's trying to do that to Roman Reigns. Like, that is not a foregone conclusion.
Not my forever champ. Tribal chief, no. Forever champ. Shout out to all the podcasts that said what up, man. Top Rope, Circle of Debate, Royal Elite, the UW Pod. What up, Nick? The Get Your Podcast, our Chicago homies over there, Smacking and Raw, another Chicago homie over there too. Man, we appreciate y'all, man. What up, guys?
Yeah, man. All right, so let's switch gears from that one and go to the tag team champions. All right. Now, same question for the Acclaimed. The Acclaimed. Is the Acclaimed.
Actually, go ahead, give me the scissor. Scissor.
Oh, gee. Oh, no.
There we go. Yeah.
Is the Acclaim being tag champs? Is it the right choice?
Nope.
Is it the right choice?
Nope. I don't like it. I want my heels to win, man. I did not like that shit, bro. I didn't like it, bro. I wanted the crowd to go home pissed off. I wanted tears.
Yeah.
I wanted rage on Twitter. I didn't get none of that, bro. It's supposed to be the year of the heels, man. It's supposed to be Keith Lee. You're supposed to be turning heel or be this just uber confident dude that people can mistaken as arrogance, but it's just you being super confident, bro. And then, we didn't get none of that, man. You just got like miscommunication between Swerve and Our Glory, and then, it happened. So I didn't like it, bro. No.
Yeah, this one is a split for me. Like, I feel like it was the Acclaimed are worthy of being tag team champions. They are worthy of being tag team champions for sure. Like, without a shadow of a doubt, that team has gotten to a point where they're so popular, they're so over. People love them. And yeah, I mean, when I saw them win, I wasn't mad that they won, because I feel like it was a feel-good moment that could have happened at the pay-per-view that didn't, and I was all for it not happening at the pay-per-view. And to do it here, to pay it off, in New York, I was like, okay, it is what it is. It was a bad choice for Swerve and Our Glory. Like, for them and their development as a strong heel tag team, it kind of took away their momentum. I feel like if you would have had it reversed, both teams, neither team loses momentum if Swerve and Our Glory wins. Because Swerve and Our Glory could have won by heel tactics, which would have made people love the Acclaimed even more, or feel sorry for the Acclaimed even more, care for them even more, and just be like, oh my God, like, when are they ever gonna, get theirs, and just have people wanting to continue to see them on their chase. Because we all know wrestling fans, let's be real, wrestling fans are fickle. This was fun.
Fickle.
I want to see what the energy looks like in about a month for the Acclaim.
For that.
I hope that the love for the Acclaim is still there at the same level, but I'm not sure. And I feel like it might have been a little premature to do this now, because again, you did this and it's cool, it's nice, but as far as the momentum, the heel tag team now loses their momentum, and really the Acclaimed in a way lose some momentum now too, because it's like, okay, what's next? And there really doesn't seem like there's anything clear in line for them next. So yeah,
it's some random tag match on Rampage.
Yeah, that's not gonna do it. That's not gonna do it.
See, that's
You're
making strong points, brother. You're making strong points.
I'm saying, like, you can't. You have to have a plan for them, because otherwise, these fans are gonna, the next fun team that comes along, they're gonna start rooting for them and booing the Acclaimed. It's just gonna happen because they're gonna get tired of them. They're gonna get bored.
Pull the trigger too soon, I think.
I do. I think it was a little bit too early. I think you could have gotten them to a point where they had lost so many times and just gotten so close so many times that the level it could have gotten to where they're like, God damn it, just give them the titles. This has to be it. And then you finally do it. Oh man, they're never going to want to see them lose the titles again because of how hard they had to work to get there. And I don't think we got to that level. I think we got to a point where it was like, okay, there was a moment at that pay-per-view where everyone was having a lot of fun. They didn't pull the trigger, and then they said, hey, shoot, we should have called an audible. Let's go the other way. And it's like, okay. So, long story short, I feel like the Acclaimed are worthy of being tag team champions. They are worthy of it, and I am happy for them. But I do think it was premature, so ultimately I'm going to say it was not the right choice for them to be tag team champions at this particular time. You wait for it. You build Swerve in Our Glory to be monster heels that people absolutely hate and just want to see lose. And you keep having the Acclaimed win these other matches, but they can't win the big one. And then you just keep going and you keep going and you keep going. And eventually, this is it.
Stack them wins.
Yeah.
The rankings again.
You want a tag team title match? Fine. Put your careers on the line. We're sick of seeing your faces. That's it. You guys lose, you're gone. Go to ROH. Get out of AEW. Yeah.
I love that.
And then they win. And it's like, oh, man, okay. So that, I think, would have been more in line with what would have really gotten people to truly stick with the Acclaim for the long haul versus what they did here.
It is decided. It is decided.
Yes,
sir.
Well said, sir. Nothing to add to that. You said it perfect.
Let's move on to building stars. All right, we're going with this thinking this could be a new segment where we just kind of talk about how certain companies are building stars. And the number one guy to talk about here is Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Okay, so when it comes to building stars, you know, I want to get your take on this. What's the report card look like for how AEW has been building MJF into a star? Or do you not give AEW that credit? Do you just say, hey, how MJF has built himself into a star?
Ooh. I'm gonna go with MJF built himself into a star because I see other wrestlers who are just. I don't see AEW building. I see like Jade, for example. I believe she's building herself. I don't see like AEW. But if she had that WWE machine behind her, dude, it'll be a different fucking story. Yeah. But I would have went with AEW's doing a good job. But since you put that little wrinkle in, it's like, ooh, I'm gonna go on the other side. I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I like that. I like that a lot. That MJF, he protects his character. He feels like that mega boss because he rarely wrestles, so it feels important when he does wrestle, just like the tribal chief head of the table. So he learns from the best. Shout out to MJF, acknowledging his tribal chief.
He sure did.
Yes, it happened, Dom. It happened, Bruce. Did you see it with your eyes? Did you love it? I did. Had a big old smile on my face, man. Tribal chief. Get the ones up, everybody. Get the ones up. Put the ones in the chat. Put the ones in the chat. I want to see the ones in the chat. There we go. But MJF has been doing a phenomenal job. Even coming back. I like the reveal. He had when he had the mask on, but we all knew who he was. Had the walk down. I'm like,
they had me. I wasn't sure.
For real, really?
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
Okay.
I wasn't sure.
Hey.
Yeah, when they played the clip of Tony Khan, it was clear. But when he first came out, I was like, who's this dude? And he had the little smooth swagger and all that, and I'm like, is that Ricky Starks? Like, what's going on here, man? Because Ricky likes to do poses and everything. I'm like, right. Like, is that him? I mean, Ricky's got some swag to him. And then they play that audio. It's like, oh man, nah, it's we know who that is. We know who that is clearly.
Yeah. But this is why I think in the end, once MJF climbs the top of that mountain, gets that AEW championship, and he said it on multiple podcast interview that it is bargaining chip because he's going to show WWE that he can carry a brand behind him. And then he's going to take that next level and hop up to WWE and have that WWE machine behind him with Papa H, who just been flipping and sizzling, all that shit, barbecuing. What you want? You want some of this Papa H cooking? Because it's good. It's smacking good, bro.
It is.
All right, got some in your teeth. Get the toothpick and all that. It's good. It's good shit. But yeah, man, MJF. Like to answer your question. Phenomenal job building himself as a star.
Yeah,
hey,
I agree. I mean, I really can't add anything to that, man. Like MJF, I think is building himself into a star. The way he protects his character, I think is great. So yeah, MJF for sure. I mean, that man just, his promos from the first time I saw him, and they were unveiling that AEW championship, and it was supposed to be about it was Bret Hart There was Adam Hangman Page, and I thought, okay, they're trying to position Adam Hangman Page as the face of the company. And then MJF cut a promo walking down the ramp, and Hangman said nothing. And just MJF just torched everything. Torched Bret Hart, torched AEW, torched Hangman. I said, this dude, I'm more interested in him. I know he's not fighting Jericho, but who is this guy? So shout out to MJF, man. He's doing the damn thing. Hell yeah. So MJF is building himself into a star. Tony, I can't really give Tony credit for that. You know, it's MJF. It's MJF on this one. But how about this next one here? Same thing, same topic. All right.
What about this comment that Dom left right here? MJF built himself, but AEW just put him on a larger platform. He would not be this massive of a star if he stayed in MLW.
I mean, that's true. I mean, when you put him on TV, like absolutely, like he's getting more eyeballs on him. People know more people know his name, you know, being on television. So yes, that's true. It's just I think the most of the credit goes to the man, you know, MJF, for, you know, really taking whatever just the platform that they've given him and made the most out of it, better than anyone else in the company. You know, so definitely I say MJF has built himself. He's building himself into a megastar, and, you know, soon to be world known globally. I feel that coming. It's a matter of maybe him going to WWE, honestly. Like just that jump to WWE would be that next step for him.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, I think it's inevitable. It's going to happen. That is not a storyline. That is real for him, I feel.
That's fact. That's fact.
Because the way he carries that, it could be a storyline, but I believe it. He has made me believe that he is gone. Come 2024, he's out.
Dude, this is like baseball. He's going to get to the top of the mountain in the minor leagues. He's ready for the majors. It is what it is, bro. Just call it how it is. I'm sorry.
Ooh,
I'm just
AEW
saying.
Is the minor leagues.
I'm lying? I'm lying?
Just go for all the smoke.
Hey, I want all the smoke. Give it to me.
Wow. Well, funny enough, there's something that I caught with this whole sports entertainers, wrestlers thing that's going on in AEW as we switch gears to Daniel Garcia.
Same thing.
And building stars. This next chapter in this segment here. It's Daniel Garcia focused. But something real quick before we get into Daniel Garcia specifically is when I watched how they tried to make Daniel Garcia wear the Kangol hat, you know, when we're trying to tell him, you're a sports entertainer, you know, say it. Are you a sports entertainer or a wrestler? And then, you know, Daniel Garcia is like, you don't own me. You know, it's just basically the way he was going back and forth with him. It made me think of, is this whole storyline kind of a symbolic way of representing the difference between WWE and AEW to them? That WWE is a place where they're going to tell you how to speak. They're going to tell you how to dress. They want you to be a sports entertainer. They feel like sports entertainer is better than wrestler. You know, they don't even say at the time, during Vince's time, you don't even say wrestler. You're a sports entertainer. And then here comes Bryan Danielson talking about his passion for wrestling, and he's a wrestler, not an entertainer. And so I just feel like going forward, if you watch it like that, it kind of adds a different dynamic to the whole storyline, where I feel like low-key Jericho and Bryan and Daniel are playing this as, it's like Daniel Garcia is that wrestler in WWE who feels like a fish out of water, who feels like they just don't fit in because it's all about, you know, being, you know, just goofy stuff and, you know, having these crazy characters, magician, sorcerer, whatever. And AEW, or the Blackpool Combat Club, is a place where you get to just fight and just be a fighter, be a wrestler.
Sure.
I think that's interesting. I peeped it. I was like, man, because when they made him put that hat on and he didn't like it, I was thinking of like Dean Ambrose with the mask,
with the gas mask,
right? Yeah, you know, and he didn't like that, and he wanted out. Or Luke Harper with the whole like trying to make him this. He's a guy from New York, but they want him to be
have like a Southern draw.
Yeah,
I'm like, dude, I'm from New York.
It's like, that's not really me. That's not who I am.
Right.
Like, you want to give me all this goofy shit to do, but just let me be myself. So, I was like, oh shit, is this like a commentary on the dynamic between those two companies? It's kind of dated now because Triple H being taken over is changing things. But yeah. But anyway, I just wanted to bring that up because I saw it. I'm like, oh, this is kind of interesting. Okay, Jericho,
I think that's a good point because I didn't even see it until you basically just opened my eyes to it, man. A little Christopher Nolan direction we got going on right here, bro. Like,
I don't put it past Jericho and
exactly.
Brian.
Yeah, I don't, because I remember when he said, the whole, he wanted to get some heat. Like, how can he do that in AEW? He mentioned Sports Entertainer, and he was like, "Oh, the crowd, oh, they don't like that. They don't like that. I'm gonna use that." So I think so, man. You might be on to something. I'm gonna be watching it a little bit different now, maybe with the Messiah eyes. I'm gonna put the Messiah glasses on, bro.
Yeah, man. Hey, special shout out here. I got my brother on here with a comment here saying MJF versus Cody Rhodes in WWE. Let's make it happen. He knows what's up. What's up?
Yeah, what's up. Yeah, bro. We're going to acknowledge you. The brother, the Messiah.
I acknowledge you. I acknowledge you. Yeah, man. I mean, that match will be amazing. MJF versus Cody Rhodes. It's going to happen. They're cool. They're boys. Why not? Hell, make it at WrestleMania. Like, let's go. Like, I would love to see that. So, absolutely. Absolutely, dude. Yes.
Man. Fantasy.
Oh, man. So, yeah, Daniel Garcia, as far as him, because I feel like Daniel Garcia is becoming a star in AEW. And I feel like I am going to give a little bit more credit to AEW for this one. Daniel Garcia, as far as a character, he hasn't really changed anything about his personality, his overall look and feel. It's been the story that they're telling, the bigger overall story with the help. And actually, I'm going to give a lot of credit to Chris Jericho. And I'm going to give a lot of credit to Bryan Danielson. Like, those two guys are really helping to make him important because they're fighting over him. They're both highlighting how great he is and how much of an asset he is to either side, to the Jericho Appreciation Society or the Blackpool Combat Club. So I think that's been big. But overall, I'm saying, man, he's gone from a guy that, when they used to put him in main events, I was like, I don't know, man. I feel like he's just kind of a bland guy. Like, there's really nothing special about his character. Yeah. But now I'm a fan. Like, I see him coming out and I'm like, oh, okay, I want to see this Daniel Garcia match, like him and Bryan Danielson going at it and just having just the drag out brawls that they did, you can't help but have respect for this dude. So it's kind of similar to the way they did Wheeler Yuta, with having him have those brawls before he joined the Blackpool Combat Club. And you were just like, he's getting his ass whooped, but damn.
There we go. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Hey, man.
Big facts, my brother.
Bro. Yeah. You're right.
And it's crazy. Ironically enough, this episode I titled, It's All About Family.
Oh, yeah. That's true. The timing is perfect.
I don't have friends. I got family.
Then Diesel said it perfect.
Damn right. Yeah, man. So as far as Dan Garcia goes, man, like, I feel like he is being built in the star. I feel like AEW is doing a great job. Tony's doing a great job of giving them the TV time. And then Jericho and Bryan Danielson are doing a great job of making him feel important. So, what say you to that? Like, as far as Dan Garcia's ascension as a star, do you think he actually is a star? Is he still on the road to becoming a star? And who do you give credit to?
I give a lot of credit to you said it, Chris Jericho and Bryan Danielson, or Daniel Bryan, however I want to say it. But they have been doing a phenomenal job of taking care of and mentoring this young guy. He still got to get better at his promos because sometimes it just feels unnatural. So he needs some sort of direction to make his promos feel convincing to me. That's like this only area opportunity for me to, maybe to see him as that star. But he is a star in the making, though. I love what Chris Jericho is doing. Now he has what do you call it now? Not the ring of, he called himself the Ocho, but we call that title now the Jericho, the ring of the The belt of
Well,
Jericho?
he said he's gonna make Ring of Honor the Ring of Jericho.
Yeah, the Ring of Jericho.
That? Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Love it.
That's
love it.
Company, and it sounds like he's on the road to trying to make it seem like he wants to destroy it, but he wants to make it. He wants more eyeballs on it because I mean, the one main thing that he said was that there weren't too many people that even knew what ROH was, and now with Jericho as champion. There are more eyeballs on it than there have been with all of the other champions combined, which, I mean, there's probably truth to that, honestly. Like, ROH has always been this indie darling.
Yep.
But now you put a name like Jericho on it, and wrestling fans across the globe have to pay attention to it. So, I think
I love his
that
mission
is a great
statement.
choice.
And I love his mission statement as a champ. He said, I'm going to destroy Ring of Honor, like the legacy. I was like, ooh, say more. I just love Hills. I love Hills, man. He said, I'm going to destroy that shit and build it in the eyes of Jericho. Hell yeah, man.
Do you think we're leading to Daniel Garcia versus Jericho for the Ring of Honor World Championship?
Title for title, I think that's going to happen.
Yeah,
you got to. You got two champions in a faction, and ever since Jericho won it, you saw Garcia's reaction. He was not feeling that shit.
No.
At all, bro. My man was hating, bro. Big time. Big time.
I hate you. I hate you. I don't even know you, and I hate your guts. I hope all the bad things in life happen to you and nobody else but you.
Yes.
Facts. Yeah, man.
He'd be at the he's
feeling a certain type of way for sure.
Yeah. But they're doing a good job. I don't know if I give it more to AEW or more just to Bryan Danielson, especially Chris Jericho.
Yeah. It just feels like, with AEW, a lot of their stories are really built by the wrestlers. And, AEW will give them the TV time to kind of tell that story. But it doesn't seem like they're doing, as far as like marketing or, like just video packages to hype somebody up, and even like commentary does a good job. I think commentary overall, they're doing a great job of trying to, make it feel important. But really, I feel like, I'll give them credit for as far as giving him time and showing Daniel Garcia like pretty much every week now, in order to help build him as a star. But then Jericho and Bryan, I feel like they're both aligned in that this kid is special. And we really want to help make him as big of a star as we can. So, definitely a lot of props go to them. Now, unlike Daniel Garcia, who has been on TV pretty much every single week, we are back to this segment. Where's Wardlow? I'm back to it.
All right, hold on. There you go.
Oh no! This is the first time I've seen this graphic. Oh, doing a man like that? No. Wow.
Where is he? Is he on Rampage? I don't know. I haven't watched it. Is he on Dark? Is he on Elevation? Should I watch YouTube?
Damn.
Give me the timestamp for it. Somebody send it to me. Send it to us.
Hurts. This hurts, man. But it's
I want all the smoke tonight. I want
this is where we're at. So Wardlow had a match with Samoa Joe. It was a tag match on Rampage. So that did happen. Okay, he was on television last week. However, he's not on Dynamite again, which for WWE, Raw and SmackDown are two premier shows, both of them. Okay. With AEW, it's Dynamite. Rampage is not on the same level as Dynamite. It just isn't. There aren't as many eyeballs that are going to be on Rampage as there are going to be on Dynamite. So if you want to build a star, they better be on Dynamite.
Yes. And Sunday Night Velocity. That's what it is.
Basically. Sunday Night Heat, Sunday Night Velocity, main event, whatever you want to call it.
Whatever you want to call it.
That's how it feels, And so Wardlow being there and not on Dynamite just seems. And again, you had Juice Robinson, you had Bandito on Dynamite, but you can't get Wardlow,
homegrown guy.
Wardlow,
homegrown guy.
What is? If he were hurt, I could say, okay, I'll take a step back, And honestly, another person not too far off now is Miro. Like, what the hell is going on with that too? The only thing there is he's not champion, right?
To redeem my ass.
Damn.
What are you redeeming? Time? For real, bro. What are you redeeming right now? The Redeemer.
Yeah,
where your wife at, man? Like, you talking about all this, like teasing your wife gonna show up. Ain't nothing happening, bro.
AEW is making it feel like hot air. He is absolutely ready to do all of that if they actually follow through. But they're just not, unless it's happening on Dark or their other YouTube shows or whatever. And I'm not watching that. I'm sorry. I'm not going to be regularly viewing that. I'm going to be watching
It's accessible,
Dynamite.
though. You have it right there in your hand. It's in your mobile phone. Use
Dynamite is the show. And then, yes, Rampage to an extent as well. I'm still going to see that, but it's just not the same. It's just not. It's Dynamite for them. They really, Rampage is kind of a nice extension. If you want more wrestling and you really love AEW and you want to see more of it, cool, that's there. But even when they do it, that Rampage is recorded before Dynamite during those shows?
I think it's after Dynamite.
They do it in chronological order. Okay.
Yeah. It's after Dynamite.
But it's like, it's just extra. You know what I'm saying? So for me to put him on that show just seems like, put him on both. It's Wardlow. Just do it. Yeah.
Sure, brother.
They did.
Yeah.
Dude, that momentum is dead. It is dead. And even Samoa Joe was the one that got the victory in that tag match.
More Joe.
Yeah, like it's sad to see. Because this man, I'm gonna make the comparison. You look at Wardlow, and I think of Bobby Lashley, I think of Gunther, and just look at how the workhorse champions are right now being treated in WWE compared to the workhorse champion in AEW. Think about when Miro was champion. Think about when Cody Rhodes was champion. Most of their title reign wasn't on Rampage. It was on Dynamite.
Those were the days.
Right.
Those were the days.
Since Miro lost that championship, I'm sorry, it just hadn't been the same. Just hadn't.
Like, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, what are you doing? Talk to Tony. Get on television, man. I don't know. Maybe he I don't know, man. Me just speculating. Maybe he needs to come up with a storyline, and I don't know if that's his forte. He just doesn't have nothing, and I just don't know, bro.
Yeah, I mean, really, this just seems like more evidence that it's not like AEW is not going to work on building storylines for people. It's the wrestlers. Yeah, they're saying, "Hey, thank you, Ivan." It's the wrestlers who are coming up with these stories, and then AEW just putting them on television because, for Wardlow to not be there. They must be thinking, well, okay, we're just gonna have a match, and there's nothing really here as far as story, so we're just gonna put it on Rampage. But Jericho and Bryan Danielson have this great story for Dan Garcia, so let's put him on Dynamite every time. That's the only thing. Saraya, that is a big thing. She's coming back. Let's put that on Dynamite. But everything else that feels extra, where it's just like, hey, couldn't fit you on Dynamite because really there's nothing here with what you're presenting to us. So we're just going to put you on Rampage. Like, wait a minute. I feel like, yes, they do need more of a machine in AEW to help build these guys as stars. Wardlow, again, if he was in WWE, they would be putting so much into him as the next Goldberg, as the next Brock Lesnar. Think about Brock Lesnar's run with Paul Heyman when he first came in, destroying the Jeff Hardys, the RVDs, the Dudleys, and all those guys on his rise to becoming undisputed champion when he beat.
And that was like in a quick 6 months right there.
Yeah. King of the Ring, just
destroyed everybody.
Destroyed everyone.
Everybody.
That should be Wardlow. Like, it just should be. Give him a manager. If you really feel like, okay, maybe he's not that great on the mic, which I feel like when he does talk on the mic, he's great.
I think so. I was just about to say that. It seemed like he's on point with the promos. Like, it sounds like, all right, everybody, shut the fuck up, pay attention. Wardlow's talking. All right. When he put the spotlight back on him, like, I'm hearing rumors, that Wardlow lost his momentum. True. You did.
Yes. And right. How do we fix this?
Yes. You know what I'm saying? Man. Like, dude, you're the TNT champion and you're on Rampage.
Yeah.
It's a dead crowd too. It's like
Right.
the cruiserweight division on WWE when they used to record right after SmackDown. The crowd
Oh
would be
man,
dead.
205 Live
Yes.
with the purple ropes.
Yes.
Yeah, man. It's sad. Like this doesn't make me happy. Where's Wardlow with the hat and the glasses? Like, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? This should be
Hey,
all
but
about...
I'd say I was gonna come up with a graphic a couple weeks ago. Maybe
I
you
know,
forgot.
I know, and it's accurate. The graphic is accurate. That's what makes me sad. Is that the graphic is so damn accurate.
It's on point.
Right. It's too on point. It's too on point. This should not be the thing. We should be talking about Wardlow being a monster. Man.
I manifested right there for you.
Yeah.
Said, where's Wardlow? All right, I'll give you a Where's Wardlow graphic. Here you go.
Oh, maybe you should have had Wardlow win the world title, building to MJF teasing and cash in on him instead. I mean, his best story was with MJF, so that only makes sense.
See, man, y'all brothers for real, man. See, the Messiah, he tapped into the Messiah, you know, the channel. He's channeling the Messiah right now.
Dude, man.
You guys are on point right now, bro.
Dude, we've got the same mind, man. You just, it's just what it is. That's my brother. But yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That storyline, I'm telling you, when it was MJF and CM Punk, I said it here on the show. I was tired of the storyline because I was so intrigued by Wardlow versus MJF. So I feel like, yes, this is it was good that they ended that and they went to Wardlow and MJF, but then MJF had his issues with Tony Khan, which kind of made that feud not even really last that long because they had the match. MJF got squashed, and then MJF had his promo about being pissed off about his whole pipe bomb.
Fuck you, pay me.
And that's it. So that's another thing. What if in this whole tournament, Wardlow had been in it and Wardlow would have won it? Like Wardlow would have just became champion. And then you have Max with the chip, like, okay, motherfucker, like I'm next.
We got history. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's a built-in storyline. Dude.
This is on point with Circle of Debate said, man. It's like, this is why I've been saying they need structure, they need to develop storylines, and TK needs to have others help build it. Yeah, TK don't need to be in the building.
No.
Just you're just the money man.
Right.
All right. Right. Like, you're just the financial dude, man. Have other people in there. Have William Regal get his hands in there, man.
Yeah.
Like, what is William Regal doing? Just managing? I'm like, or I know he's giving people like, you know, some help, but I don't know. He needs to be in there like with NXT.
Yeah. Yeah. With helping just the in-ring and also just helping the storylines. I mean, I wonder if they even have like a team of writers. I wonder if they have that. No. You know, I'm curious now because it feels like they don't. You know, which
even Swole said that on her podcast. Even Swole said that on her podcast.
Yeah.
Like, it's all Tony. Like, you have to come up with, there's like no writers. So you have to come up with the ideas yourself. She said this. She mentioned basically the logistics of AEW, the operations, how it works.
Right.
So she gave us confirmation. No dirt sheets around here. Fuck the dirt sheets.
Yeah. But it's just, that's wild. Cause I'm like some of these wrestlers are so, you know, creative. They're such creative minds that's going to work for some of them, but not all. But that doesn't mean that they don't have the tools and the gifts and the talents to be stars. Like, they just need that help from a writing perspective to help give them an interesting storyline. You know, like, just some of the greatest actors in the world probably can't write worth a damn, but if you give them the right lines, the right storyline, man, it's just like, okay, this is amazing.
Yes, they can make your story come alive. You know,
dude. Yeah. Oh man, I like this one. Yes, Regal, please let him be the head of creative, head of talent relations. Yes, I mean, if you made Regal the head of creative, oh man, that is the equivalent of what happened in WWE with Triple H. Basically, just saying, hey, Hunter, now you take over. Imagine Regal having that same kind of power back there. Oh man,
step aside, Tony.
Dude, NXT is taking over everything. NXT is taking over WWE. If that happens, it's taking over AEW.
They have Pat Book. He was supposed to be a writer and producer, but he's not doing nada.
He's doing nada.
How do we know that, Ivan? Is that confirmed through dirt sheets? I need to know these things. Like,
okay, how you?
Just like Andrade said, how you know, bro? How you know? I won't hear no dirt sheet shit.
Oh man.
Just saying.
I mean, I can see. I mean, we'll see. You're right. You're right. There's a point to that for sure. You know, we'll see.
That same energy on both sides, WWE and AEW. I don't like them dirt sheets. They take away the fun out of wrestling.
The overall structure when it comes to creative, when it comes to storytelling, they need to refine that to help some of these stars, some of these potential stars, become megastars. So
they have
absolutely
backstage. They have Regal, Malenko, Jerry Lynn, Dustin, Pat Buck, Sanjay. If they have all the experience, then I need to see it.
Well, all of these guys are on the roster. I mean, yeah, they're getting checks from the company. They're
like, I need that to translate into stories. That's what I mean. Like, I need to see that on the camera.
Right. It seems like, and again, this is a lot of this. We're just going off of the information that we have. If it's all going through Tony and not this that's being laid out right here, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, okay, so Pat Buck, former writer for WWE, okay, but
under Vince McMahon,
he's not. It's all going through Tony. Like that's wild. The person with the least amount of experience actually doing this is the guy that everything is going through. The money guy, which is he loves wrestling. He's a fan.
He never grew up in the business. Like, he knows, he's just a fan from a fan perspective. And so it's asinine to me to think that he could run a wrestling business with no experience.
Yeah.
With no experience.
From a business perspective, I can say he can run it. It's just when it comes to the creative,
he can finance it.
Yeah, he can finance it. You know, he can get the TV deals. Like he's put it together. He's done it, right? But it really is about that creative side to make it interesting. Like this last episode of Dynamite was kind of like, you know, it was cool, it was fine, but it kind of felt like it didn't have that, like, oh my God, you know. I'm looking at a lot of, you know, reactions to it, and, you know, a lot of the matches, it was like, or a lot of just the overall was, okay, you know, it was an all right episode. And it's like, what? Like this, you have talent. You have so much talent on this roster. Yeah. Like, it should be, you're hitting home runs every time. That's what you should be going for. MJF goes out there and he kills it. Jericho goes out there and he kills it. Brian goes out there and he kills it. But you see these names, they're super creative. The guys that aren't creative, but then they have the physical tools, their matches just feel like, you know, like Wardlow and Rampage, Jungle Boy. It's just like they're being wasted.
Shit. Where's Luchasaurus at? Where he at, bro? Where's Luchasaurus? I need to make a graphic for him with the whole Waldo glasses. That's coming up next. Where's Luchasaurus?
Man. Yeah, we're putting out search parties for certain wrestlers now. We're going to be doing this. It won't be just Wardlow, although where's Wardlow is just so, it's so perfect. So
Andrade,
perfect,
when he gonna wrestle, bro? Where is he?
Oh, Andrade, no.
This dude, God. Bro.
Yeah,
I thought, man, when they first got him, he's game changer. All of a sudden. I want all the smoke tonight, bro.
Oh,
dude.
Fun fact, that scene from Walking Dead is actually my favorite scene from Walking Dead ever. Like, in all the seasons and all, that scene right there, what it leads to, you know, with Herschel. And him saying, no, they're dead. Like, you're trying to keep them in this barn. And, you know, like, oh my God, it's so intense. Guys, go see it. Season 2, Walking Dead. Amazing. Best season of the show. After that,
season 3, I like my favorite scene, you know, the dad was crying because his wife died, and because he's looked at the boy, he's like this, looking at him, and he just breaks down. Yeah. You know, I like, that's one of my favorite scenes. I would say my favorite scene. Well, but I do like
Shane,
that, though.
Shane was my,
like, what is that?
Ultimately, Shane and Rick were my two favorite characters, and Shane especially was my favorite character.
One. He was on.
Yeah, and in that scene, he just said, "I'm done."
What is that?
What is that? You guys are trying to keep them all alive in here in this. Hell no! Let's open up the barn and let's clean this thing. I
got nothing against you, Herschel, but it's either them on us.
Right. Then the little girl comes out of the barn.
I was like.
That was heartbreaking. And then Rick was the one that put her down. Yeah, that's why I say that was my favorite. That was my favorite. But I digress. We talking wrestling. That's a whole nother thing. Yeah. All right. So that is it for AEW side. Let's talk a little WWE. Let's talk
brother
about
got
this
last minute comment right here. Storylines from Wardlow have a lot in common. Neither exist. Everybody doing their best John Cena impression. Oh my God, he's on point. Comment of the night right now, bro. Your brother, come on, he got it.
Facts.
He got it, bro.
Bro.
Yeah.
He's on point, bro.
Yes. Oh man, you killing it. You killing it. All right, on the WWE side, let's talk a little crown jewel. All right, so we had mentioned this the last time that we were on, and yeah, it was made official real quick that these two were going to be facing off at Crown Jewel. We're talking Logan Paul.
Yes.
I can't even. Logan Paul challenges for the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship against
all that.
the head of the table.
Yes.
The tribal chief Roman Reigns. What world are we living in?
I don't know. Universe 7? I don't know, bro. I mean, I wouldn't even call this parallel to Universe 2. This is
Logan Paul is challenging for the champion for the undisputed Universal Champion. He's going against Roman Reigns in the main event. Logan Paul
at the table. He think he got a shot.
So talk about the press conference, man, because you know this is tribal chief. This is Roman Reigns. So this is you, man. We need to get your reaction to the press conference.
So before the press conference, when they announced this match, I think we talked about it on the last live stream, right? And we had our disagreements with it, and you know how we felt about it. But ever since the press conference, I was like, oh, you know what? I'm down. It had this big fight feel. You see Logan Paul saying like, I know he's head of the table, but every sport I've been, I am that table. Huh?
What does that mean? What does that mean? I am the table.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
Dude, I don't care about that shit.
Dude.
He's going to smash you, bro. He is going to smash you. And I hope it's a discrepancy in experience. Like he takes the tribal chief. Maybe I shouldn't put my, you know what? Fuck that. Because I made a mistake. Yes.
You better relax.
Yes, let me relax.
I'm having flashbacks here.
Yep.
Adam Cole versus Pat McAfee.
Yes, season 2. That's season 2 right there. A few years ago, when I had this love, this affection that I have, this energy that you see with the tribal chief, I had that with Adam Cole, baby.
It was a turning point. That was a turning point. Pat McAfee wrestled that man to oh my God, it was so close.
Under the black and gold, too.
999 pinfall.
Oh my God, I hated that match. I'm like, how is this happening? This dude is the best or the greatest NXT champion ever. And he's having a hard time putting Pat McAfee away, bro.
He was struggling. He was struggling. Pat McAfee was giving him the hands. He was showing all the agility. He was
I was steaming.
Look at you. You mad. You big mad.
Big mad, bro. I ran it. Yes, that was a therapy session right there in that segment 2 years ago. Check it out. It's there in the archives. All right, it's there for your listening pleasure.
Man, it kind of happened a little bit again at War Games. You know, you had Pat McAfee showing resilience. You know, getting put through tables and still being around.
First World Games. How the hell?
Panama Sunrises still being around.
Kicking out of Panama Sunrises. What the fuck is this, bro?
So, I mean, Logan Paul, prepare yourself because not only is Logan Paul going to be a challenge for Roman Reigns. But Roman Reigns might actually win this with help from the family.
Oh man, bro.
He might actually get assistance.
I'm glad this is happening in Saudi, and we got time for me to adjust to that type of frequency that the tribal chief is going to need help. I had to play that. Dude, yeah, for my tribal chief, yeah, everybody get the smoke. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I just can't fathom that right now. I can't fathom that right now, bro.
It shouldn't happen, you know. And this is what that Saudi prince wants. He wants this match, you know. Like, so they're gonna make it happen. Well, I'm gonna disagree. Somebody asked for it, and it was that Saudi prince.
I'm paying you a gazillions of money. I want what I want.
Oh man.
Logic has left the chat.
Is there some people that are talking about Logan Paul beating the tribal chief in chat? Is that what's going on?
What's
happening? What's happening in chat?
No. It's your brother right now. So right now he just said like nobody asked for this, and Logic has left the chat for this match.
Okay, because I'm reading that and I'm like, some people, because was it put out there? Did someone put that out there and we just try to shut it down? Was it Ivan? I feel like
it was Ivan.
What if Logan Paul?
Yeah, pull like, David Arquette.
Right.
Sir.
Hell no. Hell to the no. It's not happening.
Nah. Matter of fact, where my clip at?
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you put that on us.
I would not have it up in here.
There we go. Yeah, hell no. I don't nobody want to see that. That is not that's not the guy. That's not you. Of all the people that have gone against the tribal chief and lost, and you're gonna have Logan Paul be the dude. No, I can't. My brain won't even allow that visual. So we're not going there with that for sure.
I hope, you know, this is why I'm a hope, because this is my tribal chief. I hope, sir, that you destroy this man and put him in his place. I did like the press conference.
Yeah,
you know, Logan Paul was talking shit, but he got up, pushed that man. Papa H got up in his head like, bro, chill. Wait till the match, chill. I was like, okay, man. I like that. No,
he had the right energy, man. Like he praised Logan Paul. He's like, yeah, you know, this man has over 3 million followers, and he's bringing them all to his tribal chief. Like, I loved the way that he was handling that. What else did he say? He said there was that one person that yelled out something in the crowd. I forget.
He was saying, so the tribal chief was saying, he got on the mic, he was like, yeah, everything Papa H or Triple H said was facts. And this little kid was like, you suck. He was like, except for that. And then he was like, I'm the greatest of all time, kid. I was like, gotcha.
Oh, man. It was great, man. It was great. Oh, the other thing he said to Logan Paul was like, look, man, you know, I like you. You can be the third match or the fourth match on the card that I'm on. Anytime, anywhere.
You clowned him, bro. You clowned him.
Yeah, man. It was great. I loved it. So that whole thing right there was done well. I thought they did a good job of, you know, hyping it up a little bit and just, you know, Roman Reigns being in his bag, and then Logan Paul was just, you know, he was Logan Paul. He was there. It's fine. That's what the prince, what the sheik wants. So, you know, we're gonna get this match out the way and get back to canon wrestling, because, you know, we'll have some other things going on.
Yeah, a little side mission for the tribal chief.
Exactly. Side
in
quest,
and out.
Side quest.
Tell the Saudi dude, hey, cut the check. All
let's
right,
go get
Paul.
this money and let's get back to business. Well, speaking of the tribal chief, let's talk about the bloodline. Let's talk about the honorary Usos. Zayn. This segment was crazy. So, yeah, I mean, basically you had the bloodline come out, and the bloodline, I mean, seeing all of them in an entrance all together with Paul Heyman is just it's magic. It is like just awe-inspiring. They all got the ones up. and they just spread
United
out on the
front.
stage, all those championships. It's like, wow, right? And so they walk down, they take their sweet time, they get in there, Roman Reigns, he's acknowledge me, and everyone does it, and people, and half the crowd sometimes boos, half the crowd cheers, whatever, you get that. But most
Haters.
people are acknowledging the tribal chief.
Non-believers.
And then, they addressed Solo Sikoa, and because Paul Heyman had mentioned, hey, the elders sent Solo because the Usos couldn't travel, the wise man was out of commission, but the elders said no, we're gonna take care of the tribal chief. So they sent Solo to take care of Drew McIntyre and make sure that Roman Reigns remained champion. And Roman Reigns said, hold on. So Solo, I know the elders sent you, but you work for me now. And he looked at him and he's like, acknowledge me. So Solo's like, hey, I acknowledge you, my tribal chief. You the head of the table. Yeah,
I love the tribal chief reaction, bro. He just soaked it in. He had his eyes closed. He was like, inhale, exhale.
They fucking love me.
Embraced his brother, gave him a hug. I was like, oh, this is great storytelling.
And then they were getting ready to leave. They played the music. Music's playing. They're about to bounce. Then here comes Johnny's back. What's up, Johnny?
Here we go. What's up, Johnny?
They play the music, and Sami Zayn gets a mic. He's like, oh, cut the music, cut the music, cut the music. I looked at my screen like, Sami, what you doing?
Shut the fuck up.
You interrupting the music? You interrupting the exit? What's wrong with you? Like, this is over. Right here, this is over with. It's done. Sami is fatigued. He's done. And then, he's just like, I just want to say a couple words. Ever since you guys allowed me to be here, it's been great. This and that. Jey Uso is like,
what you doing, Sami?
Demon.
What you doing?
Demon.
Pacing back and forth.
Oh man. And then you got Roman saying, man, what is all this? What are you doing? What are you doing? What? Like, okay, enough is enough at this point. He's just calling it like, this is silly. At this point, this is all silly. Why are you wearing that shirt? That bloodline shirt. Why are you wearing that shirt? Man, take that shirt off. And Sammy's looking confused like, he's like, no, take off the shirt.
Jey, like
take
the shirt off.
And you hear Jey in the background.
Take the shirt off.
Take it off. Take it off. It's just like, what? And they zoom into Jey's face. Like, he's ready. He's like, finally, you guys are all on the same page with me. This dude's got to go. He's like, Roman Reigns is like, take that shirt off. He's like, Jey. And Jey goes there and he just rips the shirt off. He's just like, damn, this is intense. And as I'm watching it, I was like, oh shit, I was feeling bad for Sami.
I was too. I was concerned.
I was like, oh no.
I love my tribal chief, but
like Sami, like he's gonna get destroyed. He's heartbroken at this point. He really cares about the bloodline. He really sees himself as part of the family. So he's no shirt, just all ripped off, and he's over to the side, like scared of what's gonna happen next. He's like, and Roman Reigns is like, I don't want to ever see you in that shirt again, ever. You're never gonna wear a bloodline shirt again. Got you a new one. And he tosses him a new shirt. And Sammy's like, what? And me at home too, I'm like, oh my God. He's official. He's official now.
Blessed in from the tribal chief head of the table.
Yes. It was amazing. And he's like, oh, and he shows the crowd. It's the same graphic we got here. He shows the crowd. He shows the truck. He's like, really? This for me? And you see Jey over on the side like, really?
And hey.
Exactly. Just hating on the whole situation. Like, this dude, really? You gave him his own shirt? Oh man, but Sami wore that thing with pride. He was so happy. He acknowledged the tribal chief. It was great.
Like, you got something to say?
Yeah.
In fact, I do. I acknowledge you, tribal chief, and embrace him with a hug. Roman's like kind of off put by it. Like, oh, And he kind of smiled. He was like, all right. Yeah. But I was like, oh man, this is superb storytelling.
Yes.
This is superb storytelling. I don't want this to end. I don't want it to, because I know the roadmap that they're going to, but I want that to be further down. Like, be on a journey. I want to see if Jay is going to embrace the honorary Usos Sami Zayn as a brother, or I should say Usos. He's going to call him Usos. I want to see that. All right, will that happen?
I don't know, man. I feel like this it just feels like like you said, we know that we see the roadmap. That would be I guess not a detour, but a whole new road if you go that way. Like if he actually were to embrace him and accept him, and he becomes truly one of the family by all of them now embracing him.
Yep.
That would be heartfelt. It would be cool. I don't think it's gonna happen. I really don't. But we'll see.
I can see that because I'm already emotionally invested with Sami. Like, whatever happens, I'm game. I might shed a tear if he get exiled from the bloodline. Like if they fuck this dude up, like
seriously,
right? Because Jey Uso tonight he gave him a warning shot. It's like I'm on to you. I know what you're doing.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, okay. And then he's like, this is a warning shot. I was like, ooh, a little foreshadowing. Right. I don't know. But I am so down for this story. Shout out to Johnny who flipped off the tribal chief. I see you. He appreciates you acknowledging him, man. It's all. Even if you don't acknowledge him, if you want to send him gestures, it's still acknowledging your tribal chief. So, Johnny, Autism Wrestling, this clip is especially for you.
You there, sitting at home. Acknowledge me.
I think the thing I appreciate most about that clip is Paul Heyman's face in the background.
Yeah, he came over. I'm on my X. Here, right here. I'm on my marker.
Oh, man. We see you, Johnny. We see you.
Oh, man. I love it. I love the energy. I love the energy for the night chat.
Jay thought Sami was getting kicked out for real. His face was priceless to see him get a new shirt. Dude. Oh my God. He thought we're doing this. We're doing this finally.
Yeah, we're on the same page. Right hand man, Manivate Jay. I called it. They see what I see.
Upset. He was so upset. And honestly, if you look at the story, I understand why Jay is upset. Because
now, bro, he got his ass whooped. He got his ass whooped to get initiated, to be acknowledged by the tribal chief to start up the bloodline. But his brother Jimmy was cool.
Like, how these two dudes just get in like this? I mean, Jimmy, even Solo to a point, it was kind of easy for Solo to get in.
Really easy.
Right away.
He got sent by the elders, and all he had to say, all right, when he tell you acknowledge him, you acknowledge him.
That's it. Like, okay. And those two is like, all right, they're family, right?
Yep.
They're Samoan, they're blood. Like, maybe Jay can accept that. But this dude, Sami, like him, this man don't even got a title. He's not blood. He doesn't have a championship. How is this happening? Johnny Rather.
Oh, I'm having fun tonight, man. Johnny, don't make me do it. I got clips for days, bro. I stay loaded. I stay loaded with the clips.
Oh man, yeah. So Jay's energy, man. I feel now.
Yeah, yep. He had to go to hell in a cell with the tribal chief.
And you acknowledge, and Sami Zayn is just getting accepted in. What? No, now.
Shout out to Cage My IQ, by the way. What up, Dan?
One thing I see with this now. I don't know if they ever go this route, but it would be some storytelling. Is if Jay gets so frustrated with what's going on that he calls out the tribal chief on this same shit. And like, man, like almost to call him out to say he's going soft. Like, you accepted Sami Zayn after everything that I got put through to get here, and this dude Sami, you're giving him his own shirt. Like, you going soft, Oos? Like, I would, oh my God, I would love to see, because the energy that Jay has right now, he was truly wanting Sami Zayn out. And when Sami got that shirt, he was actually pissed off. So, because another thing that I feel like is coming eventually is that Roman being just, this forever champion.
Yes, hashtag forever champion.
I think there's another face run in there for Roman Reigns eventually. I think it could happen organically. That people are just, you see the ones going up. You see everybody being all about it. Right. And now Sami being this mega face basically within the faction, if they truly do accept Sami and Jay's on the outside looking in, he may look at this being like, what the hell is all this? Like Sami of all people, like you really accepting him? You told him to sit right next to you. You want to hear what he has to say? You like his dancing and all this stuff he's doing? Really? Man, like he went to Hell in a Cell with Roman. Like, yeah, I could see a world, an alternate universe where you do see Jey Uso just getting pissed off and just being like, "Yo, man, you going soft. You going soft." I know you don't want to accept that. I already know, but it had to be said that Jey
Tribal Chief is gonna
upset.
check him. He's not gonna let him talk. Like, dude, know your place.
Man.
You the right hand man, but bro, know your role.
I want
Jay.
to see that. I want to see it. I want to see it go there. I do. No. I want Jay to be like, hey, because they're not gonna stop. Like, to your point, you want to see them accept Sami. Yeah, and I feel like.
Well, I want Jay to accept. I want to see that.
Right, but you're enjoying, like you said. I mean, you would get emotional if they were to kick him out.
Yeah. So I got a little bit because I was like, wow, I'm feeling this. Like,
right
when just the emotion you saw on Sammy's face, he had the ripped shirt and he just looked so sad and a little slightly pathetic, and I was like, I feel bad for this dude. I rock for my tribal chief though. This is an executive decision, but still, my heart's tied to Sami because he want to be part of the bloodline, and then he sacrificed himself too. He took some of the claymores, so I could see the reasons why Tribal Chief gave him the new shirt and call him an honorary Uso.
Yeah, no, I mean Sami's definitely earned it for sure because he actually is trying to gain their respect and and show his loyalty. I just feel like from Jay's perspective, he ain't trying to hear all that. He's not trying to see all that after what he's been through. Nope. Jimmy was when Jimmy came back, it was this whole thing where Jimmy was calling him a bitch, basically. You just kissing his ass and everything he done, and you're his right hand man. Like, what the hell? And he was in the middle of that, and he was pissed at both of them. Like, Jay was like, I'm done being in the middle of all this, and just left for a while. And then Jimmy joined, and Jay came back, and it was cool as far as we know, right? And now you got Sami here, who's pissing him off all over again, and Roman is just accepting him. Like, what the hell is going on? Now, I could see a situation where they play this up to a point where Jay is trying to let the tribal chief know of what he thinks Sami is up to. And, Sami is trying to say, hey, man, I'm not up to anything. I'm really here for the bloodline.
Yeah.
And Roman thinks Jay needs to chill out, right? And I can see Jay just being like me, and then going back at Roman saying, dude, you've gone soft. This is not the same energy that you had from the beginning. The energy that you had from the beginning that made us the dominant faction we are, like that dude that you were that stacked Edge and Daniel Bryan is not the same dude that gives Sami Zayn a t-shirt.
Don't trying to manifest that, bro. I don't like that. You're trying to manifest this.
More energy that he could add to this if they have to help him beat Logan Paul.
But
that's another thing too.
Why we gotta go back to that, bro?
I'm just saying. I'm putting it all together for you. This is a story that we could see that would make a lot of sense to me about Jay just saying if they want to go this route, which I would accept because I think that would be a juicy story. I know you don't like it, but I think overall, big picture, there is unfinished business for Jey Uso.
No,
in all of this with Roman, but especially now since he's so pissed off about Sami and Roman is just accepting. That's what I see.
No, I don't.
And
I can't see Jay Call out the tribal chief, not when he's in God mode right now, bro.
I can see it. But I could see there being a swerve there where it seems like, oh, maybe Jay is on the outs, and then that's when they kick out Sami. That it's like it looks like Jay, is at odds with the bloodline, and he's on the verge of leaving the bloodline, and Sammy's, truly in, and then they swerve it and they kick out Sami, and Jay's back.
Maybe it's a story of, keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer for the tribal chief. Like, I'm going to have Sami tag up with me. I'm going to let him think everything is good. But then as soon as I give Jey Uso the green light, shut it down. Yeah. Shut it down.
The beautiful thing about this is there are so many possibilities for this story. It's a juicy story. You called it the best story in wrestling right now.
You hear that, Johnny? The best story in professional wrestling, the tribal chief.
Hey, that is something that I can't disagree with. When you look at, like, every time they show up, I'm glued to my TV. I want to see what's coming next. I want to see the next chapter of the story. Yeah. So they're telling a great story. It's amazing. And hey, Sami, he's adding so much to it too that I did not expect. I didn't see coming. It's great. It's great to see, man. It's real great.
He just injected more life into this story. Like, man, we got more layers, more chapters of this story because of Sami Zayn, man. Now he's getting this face reaction. It's crazy. It's crazy, man.
It's awesome.
Not yet. Be patient. Be patient. Tribal chief.
We got you, Johnny. It's coming. It's coming. All right. Let's move through some of these a little bit quicker here. We've got Survivor Series / War Games.
War Games.
It is official that we're going to have War Games at Survivor Series. And this was something you had actually brought up, if we would ever see War Games at a pay-per-view. And I think specifically you said Survivor Series. So talk about it, man. What was your reaction when you first heard about this?
Look at that, man. Look at me. Thank you, Ivan.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Get the ones up, everybody. Get the ones up for
folks,
Johnny.
Let's talk about War Games. We're moving on to the next topic. Yes, we get it.
All right. So I am super excited, uber excited for Survivor War Games. Johnny, you got you on my mind right now. You guys, I'm talking. I can't deny that right now, bro.
Oh man, that's awesome.
But thank you, Papa H, for giving us. And then he said in the interview as well, this is confirmed because this is through him, the source of Papa H. Not like I have sources, it was confirmed, anonymous source, not confirmed source. But from Papa H himself, statement. He said it's gonna be more story driven, less of the brand to brand competition. Hopefully they keep that for one match and one match only.
Yeah.
Gunther and Bobby Lashley. Keep that intact.
Oh man.
They got to.
Yeah, that would be cool. Maybe yeah.
Just for that one, you just want to do the brand to brand for that one match. I will allow it. Everything else can be story driven.
Yeah. The brand split is still kind of a thing, but not really. So I get why they don't want to do the brand versus brand because, everybody's everywhere.
Brother on point, man. Get them ones up for War Games.
Man, you're not helping. You're not helping right now. I'm trying to move fast.
Give me your energy.
But yeah, man, like War Games, I'm excited. I'm excited to see War Games be on the main be a part of the main roster's premium live events
debut.
It's going to be great. It's going to be great, and you're starting to see some of the potential War Games matches being put together. I think that's official. I think they already said there'll be a men and women's War Games
they
match.
did. Yep, one each. Yep.
So we're definitely going to get that too. I feel like it definitely Damage Control is going to be a part of War Games. Bianca, Alexa Bliss, and Asuka, will be a part of it. And I think Candice LeRae is going to, which we're going to talk about that a little bit too. Yes, Candice is going to be there. Yeah. So the heel side, the Damage Control side, that one, I'm curious who they're going to have as that fourth person. But it seems like a foregone conclusion on the women's side. On the men's side, could be Judgment Day. I feel like Judgment Day makes a lot of sense to have it in War Games. Edge, Ray, and AJ, potentially all teaming up, makes sense on the men's side. Maybe, and then that one other person on both of those sides, I'm not sure how they're going to do that.
Yeah, who would be? Yeah.
Not sure. But to mention, when we said the women's side, I think Rhea Ripley joining Damage Control and having a Judgment Day representative in both the men and the women kind of makes sense. And Rhea Ripley has been in many a War Games match. She knows what she's doing there. So that would make a lot of sense there too.
She has a lot of experience. Do you think they got to have bloodline for War Games, right? You would think?
I don't think so. Because Roman Reigns isn't going to put himself, in that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see him subjecting himself to a match like that. And there's no, he wouldn't put himself in the Elimination Chamber. You think now he's cool with just being in War Games? So I'm not doing that. You guys have an Elimination Chamber and I'll fight the winner. How about that? Like, that's his thing.
Man, well, hey, I guess that's what my tribal chief wants. He gets.
I'm telling you, it's not going to be, no. Roman Reigns, unless they force him, then he's not going to be in it. Nope.
You know what? If you speak it, maybe it'll manifest. So I'm gonna say it. I would like to see the bloodline be a part of War Games. I think it'll make you feel that, it make you feel really special. All right, the bloodline. Oh, you got tribal chief inside of it, and they can still be safe because there's multiple people in there too. So I think it can work. He probably come in last. They gotta have because it's they wait in the cage, so you can see the tribal chief be the last participant in War Games, taking it sweet ass time.
You know where you can see that?
What?
Do you have WWE 2K? Go ahead and make that match in WWE 2K.
You can set me up for that. I was like, what you about to say?
Yeah.
You fucking got me right there.
That's where you see that. Because I'm guaranteed.
Like, you can see that? Like, yeah, what you about to say? The prophecy right here? What you about to say?
See that? Come out, get yourself a PS5. Get yourself WWE 2K. Go to Community Creations. They'll have the rings and the whole layout. Have at it.
I want the real thing. I want no digital fucking simulation.
It is going to be the Judgment Day as the heel faction at War Games.
Damn.
Yep.
Damn.
Ain't got no time for that. Damn right.
What?
Roman Reigns ain't subjected himself to any unnecessary damage. It's not happening. Not happening.
What?
Nope.
Johnny? Man,
oh,
bro.
Man.
What is
Hey.
Hey, don't get mad. Don't get mad if it happens, Johnny. I'm just saying. I remember from Clash at the Castle. Drew is gonna win. Drew is gonna win. Watch. I was like, hey, prepare yourself.
I was with you.
Prepare yourself, Johnny.
I was with you.
I'm just saying.
You shouldn't have been talking shit.
I'm just saying. I stay loaded with the clips.
Oh, man. Johnny, I was with you. Drew. Oh, Drew McIntyre. Oh, Drew McIntyre. One day, Johnny, he'll get his.
War Games isn't a match type in the game. So
oh, yeah. Well, first of all, I'm sorry. You can't get in the game neither.
Stop co-signing. Kamal. I don't need you to be co-signing right now, man. Got your brother co-signing. Can't even see that there.
You can't
Period.
do it.
Matter of fact.
That's awesome. Hey, man. No, look, if it happens, it happens. But if I had to put my money on something right now, it's definitely going to be the Judgment Day. The Judgment Day is the front runner, I think, for that, with one extra person being a part of that on that side. Unless they make it 3 versus 3, which
for War Games,
4v4 would make sense. I mean, that's the way they've always done it. But Judgment Day has 3 members. Damage Control has 3 members. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what they do. But I'd like to see. I mean, Candice LeRae seems to be already being teased for that on the women's side. So that would make it 4 on Team Bianca. So it seems like they're going to keep it traditional. Yeah, very exciting. Another matchup that you talked about them bringing up, and now we're doing it, is the Fight Pit. We are getting
Fight Pit
on the main roster another NXT match type.
I called this. I prophesied this. I tapped into the channel of the Messiah. I was like, I see it too.
Yes. The Fight Pit is happening. How do you feel? How you feel about this?
Oh, I love it, man. It's making his main roster debut. It's just one of the most visually attention grabbers I've ever seen, because they're like in this cage and it's elevated, and you walk around, you step down, and it's different because you only can win by pin or submission, or they said or knockout, right?
Yeah.
So you can't win by climbing out. Love that. And we saw the last two in NXT. We saw the one with Riddle, which he lost to Thatcher, and we saw the one with Tommaso. He lost to Thatcher too. Thatcher, that's his thing. I'm surprised, Pop H didn't call him back up.
Dude, it's maybe only a matter of time, honestly. What if Thatcher came back to help Rollins win this somehow? Gets in the Fight Pit, beats the hell out of Riddle, and then Riddle takes out.
I'm game, bro. I was like, that makes sense.
It's my match, Riddle. How dare you steal my match? I invented the Fight Pit. Yeah, man. It's exciting. It's definitely exciting. Yeah, man. Oh, NXT TakeOver. Yep. It's complete. I love it. Hell yeah. Fight Pit War Games is back. Dude, it's WWE Raw and SmackDown. It's basically NXT Raw and NXT SmackDown at this point. I love it. Yep. I love it. They're just taking the best bits of NXT and sprinkling it all over the WWE. It's great. It's great right now. Yeah. It fits their story. I think we were saying it during the build-up in the first place for the match in Cardiff, that this feud does not feel like a pinfall to a finish standard matchup. It feels like it needs to be in some kind of extreme type of match, be it Extreme Rules or Hell in a Cell or something like that. With the just the comments back and forth and just the brawling. Even that recently they had another brawl after the camera stopped rolling. It's just they've done a good job of hyping it up to that point to where something like this makes sense.
Yep.
That they have to have a way to just fight and to really work out that animosity that they have between them. So, I think it's a smart match type to have for this type of storyline. I think it's great. So definitely looking forward to the Fight Pit. All right, we had a return. Man, the way is almost complete. We're almost there. We got Candice wrestling. Yes, Candice LeRae is back in WWE. So happy to see Candice LeRae. Kind of came out of nowhere, just started playing her music.
Right after commercial break. Same way as Johnny.
It was the same exact thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? What? Okay. Now, this one I kind of expected. Once Johnny came, I was like, okay. Candice, as long as she's physically ready to come back to wrestling, it's going to happen. She's going to come back to WWE. And so, but I didn't know when or where or whatever. And just hearing her music, it was like, oh, man. And it's the Pixie song when she had turned heel. So I'm like, oh.
Which is a banger, by the way. I was like, man, I forgot how much of a banger her theme music was.
Dude, it's great. It's great. And honestly, as much as I love Rebel Heart as a theme for Johnny and Face Johnny, that fits him. But even his too was sick when he turned heel. And that way theme for him. Oh my God. Eventually we will get heel Johnny in WWE. It will happen. It will happen. But yes, Candice, so great to see her. She went against Nikki ASH, and it was a solid matchup overall. Just great comeback. The crowd seemed to really, a lot of people in the crowd knew who she was, and it was a great energy in the crowd. I felt when I was watching that. So awesome to see her make a return. I'm excited for what the future holds. And as we talked about, it seems like they're going to throw her right into this War Games matchup. So really excited for that. Yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. So shout out to Candice for her return. Any other thoughts on Candice just being back? Because just definitely wanted to highlight her.
No, you said well, bro. I'm just glad to see her back, and they just leveled up again in the women's division because she She's that chick too. Like she gets down, she has the whole package. She can talk on the mic, great presentation. Like she's a wrestler / sports entertainer.
And I mean, like you said, I loved what you said about leveling up the women's division. It's starting to feel a lot like the NXT women's division, like how it was when they had Survivor Series, and you saw the team that NXT put up. It was stacked. It was crazy. I'm like, wait a minute, what is going on?
Tony,
like
Io,
Bianca,
Bianca,
Io. Gosh, Candice was. I think Candice was there on that team too.
Yep.
It was insane like that. And oh my god, and then you had Shayna, who was going to be in the triple threat later on. That roster was insane. It was insane. So, shout out to Candice, her being back. The way is almost complete. Indy Hartwell, the call up is imminent. It's going to happen. Yes. Indie wrestling will soon be on the main roster too.
Will be back,
and then the whole family will be back. Not all together because Theory's doing his thing, but all on the main roster. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be great.
Yeah, they're getting this ass whipped lately. Like, man, hit these licks. That's what Papa H said.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's get into it. The White Rabbit. Man.
There we go. Johnny been waiting on this.
Johnny, this was for you. This was for you. All right. The White Rabbit, it's been a hell of a low-key build. If you've paid attention to social media or some of the posts, you see what they've been doing as far as trying to hype this up. Essentially, this song here, okay, White Rabbit, by Jefferson Airplane, is the song they've been playing during commercial breaks.
I was like, ooh, yeah.
And what's cool
this the acapella version though.
That's what I'm saying. So what's been cool about it is that it's just been the vocals.
Yeah.
It's just been that part, and then they go through the whole song just a cappella, and so it's just eerie. Like I've been watching videos. I'm gonna turn this down a second. I've been watching the videos of like just the crowds and just how it's going, and everyone puts their phone in the air, with the flashlight on, just like they would when a certain wrestler would come out. You had the lights going, and it's just awesome to see this kind of creativity from WWE in terms of trying to tease a debut or say return of a certain wrestler. So I'm just. Every time it happens, every time there's a show, now what I do is I go on YouTube or I check out like Instagram and say, okay, who's got the video of the one this week?
The latest QR code. Yeah. Did you see the latest one?
I didn't see the latest QR codes, but I just mean the video of the crowd during the White Rabbit song, and then how they raise the red lights at the end of the song. Like it gets to a certain point of the song, and all of a sudden the red lights show up in the entranceway, and then you hear the crowd audibly roar like, oh, okay, like, oh, what's gonna happen? Is this the day? Is this the time? Is he gonna show up for my city? And then they end the song, and everyone's like, yeah, woo! And I'm just like, oh my God, that's just such a great atmosphere to set up to where when this finally does happen, it's gonna erupt. That city is going to go nuts. Crowds at home are going to go nuts. It's great. And of course, the number one candidate for this, the person that it makes the most sense for in the world.
That's what Johnny got. Yeah. Johnny wrestling.
Bray freaking Wyatt. Bray Wyatt. It just makes sense that it's Bray Wyatt. It's his aesthetic. It's his feel. I mean, look at this rabbit thing we have. Who else is going to have that? It's not Karrion Kross. Stop it. Whoever is saying Karrion Kross, stop it. He's already here. No, it's Bray Wyatt. It just makes sense. Feed your head.
It's very smart marketing. It's basic one-on-one grassroots marketing. So they're just using the crowd, using social media to get this over. Because that's all you've seen before the QR codes. You will see the airplane, you will hear the airplane song, and then on the video, see the crowd from various audience members in the crowd from different angles, see the red light at the end. I'm like, fuck, this is smart, man. This is just so smart. And then it progresses every week. Now you got the QR codes, and I'm like, man, it has to be Bray. Like,
oh my God. Yeah,
dude,
come on. Come on. It has to be. It has to be.
It's like Johnny said, like, Bray Wyatt is the white rabbit, and he will take the title from Roman Reigns. So Bray Wyatt can have his baby back. I like the first part. First part I'll acknowledge. Bray Wyatt's the white rabbit. All that other stuff, that's jargon. Just jargon.
Man, Johnny, I like what you're saying, Johnny. I like what you're saying. It makes for a great story. He owes him. I mean, the last time we saw him was at WrestleMania with Alexa Bliss. But the last time he was involved in a championship opportunity, it was Braun, Bray.
SummerSlam, right?
Was it SummerSlam?
Yeah, SummerSlam.
Where Roman just showed up and went, showed up and won.
Yep. Yeah, it was SummerSlam 2020.
You
will never see it coming. And then Roman Reigns showed up, wrecked everyone, and left. Yeah. That's gotta be Bray.
Dude,
you think this be his new theme music, like the acapella version?
Yeah, you could do
like,
that.
They bought the rights for it.
I'm looking at it, I'm listening to it,
yeah,
and I'm saying that would be insane. Imagine him walking out to this. And imagine people learning the song and singing along.
Yeah. Ooh, bro, that.
Could you imagine?
I could. I already love that song from the trailer of The Matrix. So I was like, ooh,
yeah.
So to hear it again, and possibly Bray Wyatt is introducing himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Half K, by the way, man. They got a comment right here. We went to the Oakland house show recently and where they played it. Yeah, I saw that on Twitter, man. I think I retweeted for you guys. You get goosebumps hearing it live, and when the red light comes on at the end. Ooh.
It's wild, man. It's wild. See, I can imagine being there being insane and seeing it. Just even the videos. I put, sometimes when I'm out, I'll just, put my headphones on and listen to different music. And for some reason, one day I was just like, let me hear that theme in my headphones.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh my God. And I'm hearing people talking, and some people are like, what is this? Like, what is going on? And they're like, whoa, what is this? Like they're feeling like energy.
It was like, what's going on? Like, what the hell?
Happening?
Yeah. You hear a song, and you're like, I heard this before.
I know this song.
Yeah.
This is all eerie. And then everybody just has the lights, and you just look at it, you see of lights swaying. And it's just like, imagine being a wrestler, or a first time, goer to an event. And that's one of your first experiences, is seeing a crowd doing that with that music playing during a break. The lights are down. It's like, what is happening? What is this? It's wild. Yep. Here's my brother here. The way they are subtly teasing this one is one of the coolest things I've seen in wrestling. 100% Bray. Yeah.
That's fact.
It totally is,
facts.
Man. It's so creative. It's such a great atmosphere, great mood that, it's just so exciting. And yes, it's the worst kept secret about it, much like when Cody Rhodes was coming back, is that it's great. It's the worst kept secret. But I don't care. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Keep teasing it. Keep building it. I'm all
When do you think he debuts? Survivor Series?
Ooh, man.
I can't see it for Extreme Rules. Not for like a B level. It has to be one of their big four, and it got to be Survivor Series.
But what's crazy though is that yes, I think if you have it for one of the big four, that's amazing. But there's the thought that it could happen anywhere at any time. It's gonna be on TV.
It's a good.
It's gonna be on TV, but anywhere, anytime. So it may be at a pay-per-view. It might be like on a Raw after a pay-per-view, so that you get the most eyeballs on it. Like, think about it that way. What if it's the night after Crown Jewel? They do Crown Jewel. They do whatever, that match done. Now it's like Roman's thinking, oh, Survivor Series, I'm good, whatever. Or maybe it's not having anything to do with Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
But the night after Crown Jewel, they hit us with this. And guess what? He shows up. It would be insane. So, yeah, I mean, doing it at a premium live event, I think that's cool. But I feel like a debut like that, the fact that they can do it anywhere and it's just gonna blow people's minds, I just feel like that's the fun of it.
Look at this follow-up question by Half K. So you think it would just be him or stable? Because Dexter lined up with him.
Well, we talked about this before, but Gacy and that crew from NXT, like
which
if they call them up, and Schism. Is that
Schism? Yes.
If they bring up Schism and like rebrand them a little bit to be a part of the new Wyatt family, yeah, that'd be wild. Or if you bring back Eric Rowan, because I know he's on the Indies now. He did have a match with AEW, but he hasn't showed up in forever. So someone like that. I mean, I don't think Braun goes back to them because he's kind of his own guy now.
I don't know. He wearing red pins. I don't know, man.
I mean, that would be wild if he showed up in that damn black sheep mask.
Yeah.
And him and Eric Rowan both were with the new Bray Wyatt, the White Rabbit.
I know he teased that too in the social media world. He said, "I would, hey, I miss my brother. Hey, if I could, I would." So, and I'm paraphrasing right there, but that's what he basically said. And
that would be insane.
If
they did that, all three of those guys together as a faction, that would be insane. That would be insane. Like, now, I don't think I can handle that.
Now, I hope this time, they're learning a lesson how they kind of fucked up with the Bray Wyatt character or the Fiend character. How he just, immediately was on the track for the title. Like, nah. He needs to be on some other shit before he even gets to that title. It needs to be a slow ass burn. What is his mission statement? He's trying to get people to join him, or he's trying to instill fear. Like whatever he's trying to accomplish. Well, I want to see that. I also
think that's a great point. And I think that it really will depend on what kind of character he is, though, because that's assuming that he is a like monster like the Fiend was.
Yeah.
But if he comes back and he's more on the Bray side, if he's more like he was before, where he's not even the Fiend anymore, he's just this rejuvenated Bray Wyatt, with a whole new outlook on things, less monster, more man. I could see that being maybe a little bit like, I think I could accept him going after titles in that form versus the Fiend. I think with the Fiend being someone who's just unstoppable like that, he didn't need to have the title at any point during that run.
Yeah, he was OP. Bro, you OP. You can get it whenever you want to.
Whenever you want, right. So it was weird to see him. And then the whole thing with Seth Rollins, that was like just a mess.
It's funny that you bring that up, Seth Rollins, and your brother chimed in.
Yeah, like, does Bray Wyatt come for Seth freaking Rollins? Oh, man. That would be wild. That would be wild. I mean, he could. Oh God. Why would you put that in there and get me thinking about that? Because Seth Rollins is my dude, and I'm terrified that ends Seth Rollins' run.
And he admitted that on his the interview that he did with what's his name? Ariel Helwani?
Oh, Ariel Helwani, yeah.
Ariel Helwani, and he mentioned that. He was like, the thing about the Bray Wyatt character, like when you come out of it, damaged.
Change.
Yeah. And you said, when we went through it, I'd have come out for the better for it. So he was like, he even mentioned other wrestlers that faced the Fiend like same way. He said maybe except for, Daniel Bryan, he kind of came out there unscathed. But I think he made a point. But if they was to run it back with this new Joker style of Seth Rollins, who's just all about storytelling now, bro.
Yeah.
That'd be, I don't know. I would like to see how that play out.
I think there's history. That's the thing. There is definitely history.
Anger face.
I don't think we get the Funhouse back.
I really don't. Rogers Neighborhood.
Yeah, I feel like he's going to be something completely different. I think that's him. But the question is, will it be supernatural like the Fiend was, or would it just be psychological like Bray Wyatt was? And I kind of think it might be somewhere in between, but I feel like the psychological Bray, I kind of miss that Bray. I feel like that was honestly the best version of Bray.
This is bread and butter.
Right. And even the Firefly Funhouse version of him was kind of like he had lost it, and that was kind of the psychological Bray, like, broken down basically, and then he needed the Fiend to kind of power him back up. But then you take what he was before, with Sister Abigail and all that, and like getting in people's heads, and trying to be the new face of fear against the Undertaker and all that. I miss that, and I feel like we need a version of Bray that kind of touches on that, with maybe an aesthetic that fits with the White Rabbit, and an evolution of what he was with the Fiend and all that, but psychological more than supernatural.
Well, Johnny say, if there's no Funhouse, what's the point of him bringing him back? Like to answer this, Messiah?
Well, just because, okay, so the Funhouse it's a great idea, but I think that this is an opportunity for Bray to be kind of reborn again. Like it's like the Phoenix over and over again with Bray, where when he goes away, he comes back different. And this White Rabbit it feels slightly different from how he was as the Fiend or as Mr. Rogers Bray. This feels like they're building another iconic character. And I think at this point, Bray has earned that trust with us as fans to let him be creative in his own way, and to create something new and something fresh after all this time away. I think if he just comes back and continues where he was before, I feel like brothers. Okay, it's just we're I don't know. There's a risk that you take with that becoming stale if he just comes back as the same dude. We said it earlier in the show. Unfortunately, wrestling fans are fickle, and all of this goodwill can quickly go away if people get bored with it. And if it's something we've seen before, it's like, well, okay. That was great. That whole buildup you did was great with the song and everything. But now we're just going back to what we had before. Okay,
reverting back. You might lose momentum
I think
with that.
You have to hit us with something new, because it's not like that Fiend character was just completely over and everyone loved that Fiend character. In the beginning, it was when he fought Finn Balor. But towards the end, it was kind of like, does anybody really care about the Fiend anymore? Is he still that dude? People love Bray, but not necessarily the Fiend. So I think this is just kind of a rebranding, a repackaging, and I think we need to let Bray just be as creative as he wants to be with this, and trust that it's going to be great. That's where I'm at with it.
It seems like your brother's on the same wavelength as you.
He's so
extremely creative. Wouldn't be surprised this is something new.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you.
It's on point.
Same mind.
So sorry about it. I want the money out, damn it. Give me what I want.
Johnny, but you have to allow the possibility that that Bray could create something that's even better than the Funhouse, even better than the Fiend. Yeah, it's possible. You never know until you allow it to happen. Yes. So just let it happen. Bray has not let you down.
Facts. Listen to the prophecy. He's giving you.
Oh man, it's fun. It's fun, man. It's fun. I'm enjoying it. I'm excited. Let's go, White Rabbit. Keep this going. If you want to stretch this out a couple more weeks, maybe a month or so, I'm good with it, because I like the build-up. I'm really enjoying this.
Yeah, I like the background. The QR code is not in your face. You got to be paying attention to the show. So that's what I like, man. It's smart. Very smart.
Yeah, it's excellent. Excellent. All right, now it's time for some acknowledgments. No, it's not Roman Reigns, Johnny. Don't worry. It's not Roman Reigns. It's the Usos.
Still about Roman Reigns. Get the buzz up. He tricked you indirectly. It's about the tribal chief too.
This has nothing to do with the tribal chief. It has everything to do with the greatest tag team in professional wrestling today.
The greatest.
Arguably the greatest tag team of all time. Yes, the Usos breaking the record. Longest title reign in WWE, and tag team title reign in WWE. It's awesome. They totally deserve this. I'm so happy to see them, get this honor. And we just got to acknowledge them. We got to acknowledge that this happened on SmackDown. It was amazing. And yeah, just seeing them be.
Hold on, you said they're the longest running? You said they're the longest running tag team champions now?
The longest reigning tag team champions in WWE history.
I don't think they hit that yet. Because I remember, because I remember the package, and Michael Cole said there's only two who has longer reigns than the Usos. That was Demolition and the New Day. So they still have to. So right now,
we're gonna have to fact check it. We're gonna have to fact check it because I thought the whole point of this whole thing was they had a chance to make history. But why would it be history if they just passed? What was it? Demolition is second and New Day is first.
Yeah.
So it's not really history if they only passed Demolition.
I don't think they were talking about breaking history. I think Michael Cole was saying they're on the verge of breaking history.
Right, and they had to continue to be champions after SmackDown, and then they would break the record.
Right.
Okay, so here. We're gonna fact check this right now.
Fact check live right now. We're gonna get this right.
Chat, chime into this as well.
Yep, let us know. We need to know. I could have swore though that's what it was. You know, it was the main event last Friday. Remember seeing that package video, and I know I wasn't hearing things.
Yeah, it's
like I remember saying like, oh, they mentioned Demolition and the not the Usos, New Day.
Show me the days.
You got the days?
Well, I've got, I think the New Day. Well, hold on.
Let's see. Hey, chat, help us out if you can. Let me see if I can find it myself.
Tag team title reigns. WWE.
They are the only teams that have not passed, I believe. Okay.
Gallus. They're not counting Gallus.
No. They're definitely not.
They popped up actually 497 days.
No, they don't acknowledge UK.
They're not. No.
Because they didn't even acknowledge Walter Reign because it's like 700 plus days.
Here, hold on. Usos make history. Let's see.
And do we get something for it? Do. Shout out Jeopardy clip.
Trains at their 470.
But I could have swore though, man. It was I still know New Day still got the record. I know that for sure.
Why is this so hard to even pull up?
Shouldn't this be like in like the Hall of Records for WWE?
Seriously, man. Y'all got to make this easy to find. What is going on? Like, we're going to have to put this like in the community page once we get the official answer because I'm even looking this up online right now and it's actually hard to get a clear answer to this to make, and it makes me think that you're probably right because I feel like it would be everywhere. That
it would, nobody was. I didn't see like, congrats to the Usos being the longest reigning. I didn't see none of that. None of that was trending on that.
But what was the point of Paul Heyman saying they're making history?
I think to add weight to it for for the match for the main event because since it was against the Brawling Brute, so I think that's what it was. They on the verge of breaking history, like.
Yeah, I
think that's what it was.
But that I don't think. I think
so they're third right now, all time. Okay, that was weird. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay. What just happened?
I don't know.
That was weird.
It's off the rails. It's off the rails. The Usos just broke this whole thing.
Come on, wrestling guys, help us out.
And Chad still doesn't have it either.
Now, hold on. Somebody just time to chime in with Half K. Wiki just says that have the longest combined day reign for the SmackDown side.
I think that's Demolition. Oh wait, combined day reign for SmackDown titles.
Yeah.
That who though? Wiki says that.
I think he's talking about for the Usos, but
that they have
Here
the
we go.
longest
New
reign.
Day still has the longest reign for the Raw titles. I thought it was SmackDown. No.
Okay, so the combined days, the longest combined reign right now is the Usos.
Yeah.
Is that what we're saying?
I think that's what Half K is saying, if I'm understanding that correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong, Half K.
Whew, man,
no problem being wrong.
This is.
But why is it so hard to just the search?
I swear,
though?
what I was understanding that Paul Heyman was saying, and that they were saying with this whole show, was that it was the Usos being the new longest reigning. Yes, okay. So the combined days now, the Usos have the longest reign.
Hey, appreciate it, Johnny, man. You have a good night. You sleep tight.
All right, Johnny. Thank you.
Great dreams about your tribal chief. Don't forget you acknowledge him with your one finger.
Stop it, Johnny. It's all
Either
right.
the
Drew,
one or the middle is still
Drew.
all the same.
Oh, Drew McIntyre.
I'm glad we made you laugh, though. Laugh so hard. I'm ready for bed. All right, man. Catch up on the show later, man, on the replay. But we appreciate it, though.
All right,
Much
man.
love.
So we're gonna acknowledge the Usos for making some type of history. Looks like the combined days is what they made history on. So that's awesome. And yeah, just the Usos, man, they're on a hell of a run. They've been my favorite tag team for a long time. So, happy that they got that overall record. And who knows, maybe they will have the longest title reign of all time eventually when it's all said and done.
I think they will.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So shout out to them for that. All right, now Extreme Rules. Let's talk about that just a little bit. We're getting to the end here.
Yeah,
but Extreme Rules, the build up for that pay-per-view. You had added this in there, man. So how you feeling about the build?
Loving the build because it is not just rules. It's extreme. We're going extreme. We're getting fight pit match. We're getting a ladder match. We're getting a strap match. I don't care about strap matches, but it's against Drew and Karrion Kross. Cool. We're getting an I Quit match against Edge and Finn Balor. All right, man. It's oh my God. Like, I can't wait. Like, we're getting every stipulation in all the matches has it's an Extreme Rules stipulation, and then the women too. I mentioned the ladder match for Bayley and Bianca, but we get an Extreme Rules match between Liv and Ronda. So, man, hell yeah. So, shout out to Papa H, man, giving the people what they want. Like, all right, we're going to have actually Extreme Rules matches, just not one extreme match, from that when God decided to intervene.
Yeah, man. It's to see that they're finally having Extreme Rules feature Extreme Rules matches like up and down the card is exciting. I think that's it's about time. Shout out to Papa H for doing that for us and actually making this pay-per-view make sense. I'm fully expecting Paul Heyman to do the narration for this whole thing. It's gonna be awesome.
It's in Philly, of course.
Yeah, like it just let's go extreme. Let's go all the way. Hey, if you want to bring Joey Styles extreme for a couple matches, that'd be cool too. Now, I know that's
oh my God.
But yeah, finally, it makes sense. Absolutely. Yep. So yeah, I just feel like this is great. This is great to see them actually having this the way it is. I'm anticipating a bunch of the matches on here. The Finn Balor versus Edge in the I Quit match is very interesting. I'm curious how they're going to do that.
Me
because
too.
Either one of them saying I quit is going to be crazy.
I can't see Finn Balor saying I quit. I can't see Edge saying I quit.
Right.
So how the hell are they going to pull this off? And that's what's intriguing to me.
Yeah.
That's why I'm very intrigued about this match. And then, Judgment Day just killing it, like the Judgment Day.
Right.
Love it all. Everybody doing their thing. Finn Balor's on one.
He's
being sarcastic heel against AJ. What are you doing? You favoring me? Love it, man. Love it. You give zero fucks.
Dude, man. Yes. So yeah, man, it's great. This whole thing is great. Karrion Kross, Drew McIntyre, strap match is gonna be cool. Bianca Belair, Bayley with the ladder match, that's gonna be crazy. The fight pit match with Seth Rollins and Riddle is gonna be awesome. Oh yeah, dude. Yes, Imperium versus Brawling Brutes. Yes. That banger after banger.
The king of the bangers. That's what Sheamus said. I'm a king of the bangers. I was like, ooh, I like that. King of the bangers.
Love it. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. So yeah, Extreme Rules is actually it's gonna be a fun extreme show to watch. Like it's just who knew we could do this?
Some sensible shit.
Thank you, Papa H. Yeah,
thank
sensible.
you. Right. We have Extreme Rules. How about we just add a stipulation to every match we have? You know, because it's extreme. All right.
Right.
I don't know what we was doing last year.
Yeah, man. Oh, and years before.
Even years
been a problem for a while.
Yeah. It was, you know, hey.
That's wild. So, yes. So, looking forward to that. That's coming up in a week, right? That's next Saturday. So, look out for predictions coming up pretty soon around that as well. It's going to be fun breaking that down. Yeah. But that is it. That is all the topics that we have. Before we go, any final thoughts that you wanted to share before we call it an episode?
No, not at all. Except for fuck the dirt sheets. Because Malachi Black actually came out and just shut the shit down. He was like, hey man, did a live Instagram feed. He's like, all that shit y'all hearing? No, I never got released from AEW. All right, my contract is not fucking 5 years. He's like, do me a favor, stop believing the dirt sheets. Stop it. I was like, yes, thank you. He's part of he's a special club member of Fuck the Dirt Sheets. So thank you, man. Thank you, Malachi Black. So fuck him, man. I don't care about y'all. I don't like y'all. Got no place for today's wrestling. You had your time, you know, before the social media world. Now, no. I can bounce, step. And I'm done. Small rant.
And that is gonna do it for this episode here. But before we go, as always, you know what time it is. Devin, please tell the people where they can catch us.
Yes. All the time. You can always catch us on the various social media platforms. And you know what? Let me put this comment up. Cause your brother, man, he's comment of the night, bro. He's been on one. He tapped into his older brother, big bro, Messiah. He tapped into channeling the Messiah power. So shout out to Kamal, bro. You know, he said shout out to Clark Street Wrestling. Thanks for putting smiles on my wrestling faces. You guys rock. We appreciate it, bro. You know, this is what it's all about.
Thank you.
Have fun with wrestling. All right. That's how we started with kids. We had fun with it. As we grew, we got to kind of, you know, I got in of critiquing this, critiquing that. You're like, no, fuck all that. I'm gonna have fun. Even the bad shit, even the shit that sucks, I'm gonna have fun. Extreme Rules, we had when God intervened, I had fun with that. Yes, sucked, but I was like, this, whatever. I'm going with it. You know, God intervened, still the tribal chief. He beat the demon. There it is. But have fun with wrestling. Anyways, yes, social medias, Facebook. Shout out to our Facebook group, Clark Street Wrestling Community, the CSWC, there we go. All right, newly renamed. All right, just go ahead and join. We appreciate all walks of wrestling. AEW, even though we talk shit about it, but AEW, MLW, Impact, you know, NXT 2.0,
Flag and gold,
WWE. Maybe we get a WWE chant for Papa H. Can we get that going? WWE. We never had that with every other promotion.
The way this is going.
Right, TNA, MLW, AEW. How about WWE? Because we appreciate it. Yeah. It sounds kind of weird when you say it. Come on, everybody. WWE. What? Huh? Okay. Papa H, right? Yeah. Okay, WWE.
Right.
All right. Shout out to our Twitter page, shout out to our Instagram, and our TikTok.
TikTok strap match. I'm gonna win it. TikTok.
Yes. And guess what? We just hit a brand new marker for TikTok. We got over 5,000 followers on the TikTok.
Let's go.
Five times. 5,000 followers, man. So shout out to y'all following the TikTok page. We appreciate that. And of course, our YouTube and Spotify as well, where you can catch the audio portion and video portion of the podcast, which will be available tomorrow. If not able to catch the live stream, not able to see our faces. But as well, I can't forget about our merch. That lovely merch.
Damn merch.
Yes, it's not hot. Cool it off. Get your hoodies. Get your hoodies. I'm not gonna say beach towels. No. Freeze your ass off on that beach stuff.
You're in somewhere tropical.
Yes.
Where it always stays hot. Then, of course, get your beach towels.
Get your beach towels. Out there in Saudi. If you in there in Saudi, Crown Jewel. Yes. Crown Jewel. I want to see the beach towels. All right. Because we got listeners in Saudi. They represent. They support the Clark Street Wrestling family. All right. Get your beach towels. But get your Clark Street Wrestling hoodies in the Midwest right now. All right. All right. And yes, shout out to Florida, man. Y'all going through some things. Shout out to my family. I got family down there. Y'all stay safe. My thoughts and prayers are with you guys. All right. But like I said, you can find the podcast, find our merch, ClarkStreetWrestling.com/store for your pleasure. It is decided.
And with that said, that is going to do it for this episode. Thank you all so much for joining us on this live edition of the Clark Street Wrestling Podcast. For Devin, I'm Hafeez. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening to the Clark Street Wrestling Podcast. And remember to have fun with wrestling. All right? Have fun. The bad shit, the good shit. Shout out to the pizza maker, Luigi. Hey, man, you my guy in AEW, bro. You're flipping them pieces around, bro. I want to see you in a match. Are you going to whiplash somebody? I want to see it, bro. All right, circle debate. We're going to get this worked out. We're going to have our debate. All right, I know. Shout out to Mike Lopez. He said he's taking a break. All right, we understand. But you got the new guy, Mike. All right, you got to get ready for us. We the ones that podcasting. All right, we don't hold our tongues. And I stay ready with the clips. I got the clips. I got the audio clips. I got the video clips. I'm ready. I'm ready for y'all. All right, we the ones. Circle debate coming soon. All right, y'all don't want this. Y'all don't want this smoke.
I'm out of here anyway. Peace out.